Hello everyone, Dr. John Price here at Henderson State University. I'm coming from you from a different venue. I'm actually in the esports lab at the heart of HSU's campus. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're streaming the Henderson State University versus University of Montevallo. This is the Peach Belt Conference, week 4, so it should be an exciting one. We're just starting the draft phase, and we're starting off Henderson State University as the home team, so they're going to be on the blue side this game, next game, and Montevallo is going to be on the red side. So should be an exciting match, but I know both teams have been practicing, getting ready for this. And if this is the first time you've been watching League of Legends, well, welcome. There's a lot that's going to be going on that might be new. If this is something you've gone over plenty of times, you might hear a little repeat and basic knowledge from me, but I'll do my best to give you a bit of analysis and the like. But we're just jumping into the ban phase here. Henderson State right now, they have banned out the Victor, which is a mid-lane band, and over on the University of Montevallo side, they banned out the Alawi currently. So that's aimed at the top lane, played by Tweet on Henderson State University South. And we got a ban coming out on the Kaisa that's an ADC ban targeting the bottom lane for University of Montevallo. It's one of the important things of the ban phase. Teams are looking at past matches for each team member and player, trying to figure out strategies for how best and what's going on. And so teams will take a lot of time to figure out what types of compositions they're trying to build in it. And that's one of the nice things about League of Legends. It's very much as a strategy game in the sense of you're playing not just against the mechanics of the different champions you can play, but you're also kind of working around the different elements of what those champions bring to the table and such. So certain champions lend themselves to certain strategies, and different players are going to play champions in unique ways. It's one of the fun things about this game is that there is a lot of customizability, a lot of variations, whether it be item builds, whether it be the types of play styles for how you lane and the like. We have a Malzahar band coming out from Henderson State University and a Rakan band coming out from University of Montevallo. I guess they watched the matches from a week ago, or maybe even the one from week 2, because Henderson State University made a really good use of a Rakan bottom pretty well here. So now we get our first pick coming out from Henderson State University. It'll be interesting to see what they go with. Do they decide to take a middle? Do they decide to go for more of an ADC or the like? Not entirely sure what, but it should be exciting. It looks like they decided to pick up the Orianna mid. That'll definitely be something that the mid laner Lightning Axis will enjoy. Now we'll see what comes out here from University of Montevallo as they're going forward here in this pick and ban phase. It could be a variety of different things, but it's one of those things, when you're first started, you generally don't want to blind pick certain lanes. Like if you're really worried, if you really want your mid lane to survive and be a certain kind of element, you won't blind pick it into it. Okay, a Nocturne ban. Now, it's one of the things that I remember from doing some research on the University of Montevallo, that Nocturne is particularly strong on the jungler from the University of Montevallo. So that's a nice comfort pick for them, and a very exciting one as well. So we're going to see what their second pick is going to be coming up here for University of Montevallo, and see how that's going to adjust the rest of this draft. Because that's the thing, you only get to ban 3 champions at the beginning for each side, and then you get those first 3 picks, and that can change a lot of what you're going to get. Annie. So Annie could easily be a support, but honestly, Annie has actually been a very powerful mid laner this season because of some of the item changes and the like. So even though Annie itself is very immobile, the stun and the use of the bear ult from Tivers, powerful. Ooh, the jungler for Henderson State University gets Rek'Sai. We saw Wavy do some amazing things in the last few weeks with Rek'Sai. Just great ganks, great plays, and he's very powerful right now in this in the current meta for League of Legends. So it'll be exciting to see how that really goes against the Nocturne. Nocturne really needs to be 6 to be able to gank well. Rek'Sai does not need to be 6 to gank well, so it'll be exciting to see kind of where we come from there. Shen, a top lane pick from Henderson State University, so the 2 positions still open here for Henderson going into the back half of this draft is right now the support and ADC, so both the bottom lane. So these last 2 bans coming out from the University of Montevallo are going to be targeted directly at that bot lane. But from my understanding of the way Tyrant Grim and Biel's, I can never say Richard's champion name correct, and I always worry I'm going to say it wrong, so I'm just going to go with Richard because I know who's actually playing the champion. Okay, a Malphite pick for the top lane, I'm guessing, for University of Montevallo. Now we have the next set of bans coming out, so these bans are going to be targeting likely Richard, I'd think, at the bot lane, maybe a bit of Captain Tyrant Grim because he has a champion pool that can lead to some interesting choices, so we'll see what comes out here. Lucian band there coming out, so targeting the ADC from the University of Henderson State University. So we're going to see what Henderson State decides to ban out here, because again, we still, both teams' bottom lanes are pretty much just are entirely open unless this Andy is playing support. There goes the Alistar ban. The Moo Cow is a very powerful champion, and you never want to really face those horns. Lots of CC, very tanky champion here. It looks like Henderson, there's a lot of poke that's still open for this bottom lane, though. Morgana, Thresh, Blitzcrank, lots of skill shots, lots of poke ability. The Rel ban, unfortunately. Okay, I know Henderson was thinking about wanting to get that one. So one last ban here coming up from Henderson, and then we'll be getting into the last bit of pick phase before we go into the actual game itself. So this, again, the draft phase is one of the most important phases of the League of Legends, period, because it really affects the entire game going forward, and the Nautilus ban here. All right, so with that, bans are done. We're going into the last bit of picks here. We'll see what finally comes out here. So if we're looking at the teams, Henderson has a very powerful and scaly middle laner with Orianna, who's great at team fights in the late game. Rek'Sai has some very powerful ganks and ability to take down and assassinate later on, and a bit of tank. Shen, of course, classic split pusher with his ult and the like. And we have a Nami coming out bottom. Nami actually hasn't gotten a ton of play, at least, or it depends on what rank you are. But Nami has not been looking the best this season so far in patch 11, patch 4, or even patch 3, honestly, before now. Just doesn't have as many of the useful effects as before. Some of the other items and support champions have been buffed a lot, so a bit changing in the meta. We'll see what Henderson decides to go with. We're going with the Tristana ADC. Okay, interesting. Tristana is very powerful pusher, almost and a hyper carry if fed properly, and very aggressive. So I get a feeling we're going to get an aggressive pick coming out here from Richard, the support player from Henderson State University, to round this out, which means Henderson has a lot of pushing potential here, and potentially, well, one thing that Henderson doesn't have a ton of, like, they have initiate. Oh my gosh, yes, the Leona was open. Oh no, oh my gosh, Kog'Maw. Bringing the Kog'Maw out here in patch 11.4. Oh, nope, going with Jhin. Jhin, yeah, that's probably the best choice here. Okay, so we have our champion selection all done here. So, should make for an exciting match. Henderson has some very powerful initiation in both the Liana, the Rek'Sai, and the Shen, on top of the Orianna ults. Ooh. That said, at the same time, University of Montevallo not only has a Nocturne for great ganks as we get into the mid-game, but a Malphite ult can just completely decimate Henderson's backline, and particularly on that Tristana. But it'll be interesting to see how the setup kind of works in these situations as it's going forward, so it should make for an interesting game here then. But with that said, we still have a little bit before everything starts now, and again, I'm Dr. John. Camera's in a different location, different match, got to remember that. I'm Dr. John Price here. I'm the esports director at Henderson State University. Thank you so much for joining us here. So far, it looks like it's going to be a very exciting game. Henderson's particularly looking for a win. Henderson State University is right now 1-2 in the Peach Belt after two very difficult losses in the last 2 weeks. So they're looking for a win here. They've really been practicing hard, and I'm sure the University of Montevallo is doing similarly. So it should be an exciting match coming up here. We have a bit of a 3-minute delay here before we get started. I'm going to go ahead and put this on a stream. Go ahead and we're going to go to be right back, but we'll be starting here very shortly. Should not be too long until we're into the game itself and moving from there. So let me just quick change a couple things, and we'll be right back into the game itself. And when we come back, we'll be onto the Rift, ready to go and ready for this next exciting game. So don't leave me. We'll be right back. Hey everyone, we came back a little early, just had to get some water and everything else, but we should be going into the Rift here any minute. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far, or at least maybe the VOD replay. It's one of those things, of course, that happen. I know we look at streams of other teams and such when we're doing research film. It's an amazing and important practicing tool to have there. But we're about to jump in here. So as I'm really looking at these two teams, we have two very similar strategies in the sense. Now, I think Henderson does not have as much poke, so to say, compared to, say, Jen and some of the other champions over on the University of Montevallo's teams, but both teams have some very powerful team fighting tools. Malphite, of course, a classic team fighter there as well. Nami with her ult can do great things. Nocturne with his ult, amazing at picking off champions. And so both teams have some paths to victory here. I think some very big issues, of course, is going to be late game scaling. Tristana just becomes a monster, and while Jhin can become a monster, with the correct targeting, Jhin can easily be taken out of the equation. So one of the things that's going to happen is a lot of positioning there on the sides of University of Montevallo to protect that Jhin and let him get those crits off that really can completely dominate and overpower a team. So with that said, we'll be moving over into the in-game viewer itself, so we'll go ahead and swap over to that. We didn't get a chance to really look at the skins, unfortunately, but whoever has the best team skins is always one of those things that definitely plays some role, or at least I kind of think so. Yeah, the skin game is always a funny one. So with that said, on the bottom left here, your Reddies, Henderson State University is facing off against University of Montevallo in the red here. So should make for an exciting start. Lots of work to do and lots of games to play, but regardless of what that is, we'll see what goes on. So I'm going to go ahead and get a couple things all queued up here for us, so we're ready to go. Turn off the chat, get that going. Volume and sound seems to be working okay. Not too much actually going on for the desktop audio. Not sure why that is. We'll go ahead and try to figure that out just to take care of those issues. Sound. Sorry, everyone. Just trying to take care of it. Seems like we had a couple of settings change just a tad that made it a little difficult, and it's going through the wrong microphone. There we go. So, manage some of our sound devices. I'm sorry. I know some of the sounds are not currently coming through like they should be. We're just working on that right now. Less on the announcer volume, less on the music volume, more on the actual volume. So apologies, everyone. Seems like that's starting to work now. Yeah, that's working. Still not getting as much of that desktop audio as we want here, or at least not the in-game stuff. It should be going soon, but we'll make do with what we have here. So not much going on. Both teams are kind of going to the what would normally be 5-point formations here, so we'll kind of just make do with that. Not really hearing anything in-game at all. I am a little perplexed by the lack of sound. Period. We got a little bit of sound. We don't have much sound, so I'm just going to go ahead and crank the volume, I guess. There we go. We have some actual in-game sound. So far, so good for both teams. Just a pretty typical start here. Some of the big matchups we're going to be seeing here is definitely this mid laner and a bit of this top lane as well. I know Shen can have great games against Malphite. It just depends on how it's played out accurately. Of course, here, bottom lane, Henderson State University, this Tristana versus this Jhin is going to be huge. Lots and lots of damage will be coming out there. Both lanes have both a bit pokey, but one of the great things about Leona and Richard plays it very good. Oh, there we go. Here we got some aggression coming out. Lots of damage. Okay, this is first blood. Oh, almost first blood. Oof. Oh, it is first blood. Well done there, Henderson State University. Grim and Richard down to the bottom there. Strike first, get their first blood there. Good start here for Henderson, but by no means the end of this game. So lots of damage coming out here in the middle lane. Well, actually, no, pretty even here. If we're looking at pots and the like, both are pretty close to the same health, so not too much. Farm isn't very different. Ooh, almost got that combo, but just barely missed it. Oh, wow! This bot lane is aggressive. Woo! Lots of damage there coming out. Let's see, Richard and Grim are really here wanting to press their advantage and take as much as possible. Oh, and we missed the kill mid lane. Great gank there coming out. Let's see if we can catch that. Oh, well, we missed the beginning of it. So what happened here? Let's go back and watch that. So we missed that. So What's happening here is we have the jungler there being played by Wavy. Oh, misses the flash, but then manages to still get in. Lots of damage comes in. Huge damage coming out there, and that leads to that kill. So let's go ahead and catch back up to the rest of the game. And apologies, seen some stuff. Oh, we have a jungle. We have a gank attempt coming up here on Tweet. But oh, here comes Wavy. Is this going to be turned around on its head? There's an advantage on. Ooh, flash goes down here, so. No, doesn't get a gank off, but already Tweet's in a great position here, and Wavy was able to just completely force the jungler likely to have to go back here, or at least just do his grung. So right now, Henderson's looking really good. 2 kills. Bit of a, not too much of a CS difference, but they'll definitely, if I'm a Henderson fan, I'm feeling pretty confident right now about what's going on here and the like. So we'll see what else is in store for our game here. So it doesn't look like there's a gank, but more of a, hi, you know, I'm walking around to your mid laner for University of Montevallo. Be very careful. And that's one of the big things about this game is just knowing where champions are can drastically affect how people play, particularly where they decide to go on the map or what they think is safe to do on the map. So these different elements are things to kind of consider. So if you're picking up League of Legends, or heck, if you're a long-term fan, you already know this. But a big part of this game is just knowing where people are, because of the way the map works. Of course, vision is king, and really affects a lot here. Uh-oh, maybe a gank here up top. Nope, doesn't get a kill here. Oh, no, and there goes. Grim gets another kill there. This bot lane is not going the way University of Montevallo wanted it to go. Not looking great there, but great job there by Tyrant, Grim, Richard, and Wavy there in the bottom lane, cleaning that up and getting right now. So Henderson's almost at a 2K lead, and we're not even 7 minutes in. So this is looking very good to start with here. But the game is by no means over. 3 kills look great right now, but it does not mean a lot at the end. So we'll see what happens as we get going. So mid lane, not much going on here. Pretty even, actually very even. Technically, if we're looking at CS, the only difference is that kill, but that kill can mean a lot. It can mean great for ganking later, can also be an experience difference. And one level, especially level 6, that power spike, can change a lot of things. So we're just taking care of a couple of issues here, just popping up in a couple of different sections. But a lot of fun times. All right. So with that said, we'll be starting and getting going here again. So I hope everyone's doing well. Apologies for some of the technical issues. We're streaming from a different location. But overall, actually, you should notice the stream is actually running a lot better than it has in the past weeks. We had some problems of where I had not realized what it was outputting in the wrong resolution. So I appreciate Jesse from the Henderson State Overwatch team for helping me out with that. Makes things look a lot better in the end when we're recording stuff, that's for sure. So we're kind of entering not even an even phase. Henderson State University has 3 kills and has about 1.5K gold difference. That's not a lot in the grand scheme of things. If you've listened to the previous casts, you've heard from me already say, it's usually about 3 to 4K where you really start to see a power difference that's particularly significant. But hey, every little bit helps, particularly in these different situations. So Dragon's still up. No, neither team has really made a play for that yet. Ooh, okay, we got a gank here coming up top. Tweet's going to have to run. He does get away, luckily. There we go. Good job backing away from that. Going to go back and heal probably, or close, or nope, he's just got to get some more farm. Oh, not a bad idea at all. But he does have to be careful there, of course. So it's one of those things. Sometimes you have to give up that CS. Oh, no, that was a miss flash, unfortunately, there by Richard. I saw what he was going for, and it would have been great, but unfortunately, sometimes, you just miscalculate how thick that wall really is. Rek'Sai's coming up top, but he's going to get scouted out here by that ward. I don't think okay, Wavy is going in, though. They know this Malphite does not have any way of getting out there besides that flash, and he is dead. Yes, there we go. Wavy, another kill there on top lane. That's putting a 2.5-ish K lead here. So Henderson, if you're a fan of Henderson, you are pretty happy here because they're looking really good going into the start of this mid game. Henderson might not be able to get this dragon, though. So this dragon is probably going to be going over to University of Montevallo. And say, hey, that's an important thing. Dragon is one of those team objectives you really particularly want to have, or have as many buffs as you can towards the end of the game, especially depending on what soul you end up getting. So it doesn't look like Henderson's going to be contending this. It's just not, they're not going to be able to get there fast enough. So that'll be a free dragon there over to University of Montevallo. So hey, that's an important thing to get as well. So We'll see if the jungler for Henderson State University is able to go get Rift Herald up here. Rift Herald's a very powerful pushing tool, and that's definitely something neither team has really gotten a lot of damage on any of the towers. I guess the bottom tower has gotten a little bit, but nothing crazy. But a very useful and powerful thing to get done, that's for sure. So exciting times. All right, let's see what else is happening right now. Not a ton. We're getting some ward clear. Mid lane hasn't had a lot. Let's check items here. So mid lane is itemizing. It looks like he's going towards probably maybe a Leander's. No. Probably going for Ludens. And I don't think. Yeah, this is her first back. This is Annie's first back. They must have a lot of gold sitting on them right now because they have not bought much so far. So this is the first back since they were killed. So they're going to definitely finish an item or two. I'm imagining blasting long boots. Yep, good stuff there. On Henderson's side's bot lane, Tristana's got a pretty hefty gold lead in the sense of itemization overall, and particularly those 2 kills. That means it's probably almost an entire item for them. And one of the things Tristana does is natively already start pushing and the like, so we have a lot of pressure that happens here. And really what's happening is bottom lane for Henderson is just really looking for someone to be out of place so they can punish them, because if they want to use this lead they have as much as they can. So lots of exciting things going on here right now in this game. Still, okay, we got a little bit of jungle action happening here. We're seeing, it looks like Wavy is trying to steal a bit of jungle out from under the jungler from University of Montevallo, Lunar Logan, there we go. So Wavy might be looking for a gank here. Yeah, he is. He can hear what's going on with this character. Maybe he's looking to tunnel under and just pull him up. Yep, here it comes. This is going to be a huge gank. Oh no, the ball was not in place though. But no, that's enough. Wavy is really showing just how powerful that Rek'Sai is on him, and huge. Ooh, but we have a counter gank that came up top here and took out, unfortunately, the top laner from Henderson State University. So, maybe I went back too far. I went back too far. Here we go. There we go. All right, so yep, top lane, it's that ult coming in from doing lots of damage there onto Tweet, the top laner. So one of those things, Nocturne, once he gets past 6, is a very powerful gank and can cause a lot of damage to Henderson State. But let's go ahead and catching back up here. Oh, we had another one. Lunar Logan gets picked off. That jungler is probably going to try to take that Rift Herald that gets taken out here. And Malphite is not going to really want to... Oh, no, this Malphite's in a lot of trouble. Oh, no. Yep, this is a dead Malphite. So that was unfortunate positioning there. He did not know there was a ward he was just trying to TP under. So that's not good when that happens. So Henderson is in a very commanding position right now with about a 4K gold lead here. And this Rift Herald probably is just going to go his way. We'll see if he decides what happens, but it doesn't look like... I mean, Lunar Logan from the University of Montevallo is already heading over, and maybe he can contest this, but his ult is down, so he doesn't have his normal engage. He's going to break... if he tries breaking it, that means Wavy would know he's there. So he has a long way to go. Ooh, this could be a steal. Oh, no. Did he steal it? No, I can't tell. Oh, no. Henderson is going to have a hard time there. Shutdown happens. Unfortunate there. Who got the... Okay, yeah, Henderson did manage to get the Rift Herald eye at least. Ooh, that stun and that landing, that sword. Ooh, huge there. So Henderson does get the Rift. Unfortunately, they gave away a shutdown. So that's 600 extra gold that gets sent over towards the jungler, Lunar Logan from University of Montevallo. Or let's just go with for now, just because it's a lots of words to say, and I have only so many words I can use. So exciting so far. Henderson's still in a very good position here. Dragon's coming up soon, so I'm sure Henderson's going to start trying to position and get some different try to get vision, because they do want some. Oh, a great stun there. Huge. This is one of those things you can start doing when you have an advantage. But oh, that Nami ult really was able to take a ton of pressure off this Jhin. Lots of stuns coming out here. Oh, and there is Wavy just saving away. But hey, Richard's giving a lot of help here. But oh, this Jhin was almost able to completely pick off Grim there. So very lucky. Oh, the dive coming in here. Oh, but the rocket away. Oh, that was something I think Lunar Logan was not expecting, was that rocket. Very close. And the Shen Shen ult to save it. Oh, but the Unstoppable that prevents Tweet from getting down there. So he's not going to be there for jungle unless he decides to use his teleport. And his teleport is down. When I say jungle, I mean dragon. So overall, huge play there for Henderson. 2 kills, almost got turned though. So they're going to use this Rift Herald bottom here just to clear out this tower, get some push going, and that'll clear the way for Dragon, or at least that's what they're going to try to do. This. Let's see what happens. Is Annie going to get away? It looks like Annie's going to get away. Orianna is probably going to finish just clearing this mid wave and then head to Dragon as well. I don't think either top laner is going to be able to try. Actually, no. Malphite does have teleport, but Malphite has to back right now because he just does not have the mana to be able to fight if they want to really push this dragon. And honestly, I don't think they're going to try, or they're just going to try picking stuff off. Yep, that's it. So they get dragon, they get an ult. Henderson's going to see if they can pick anyone else off. Otherwise, they're just going to back. They don't need this. So dragon and almost 5k gold difference. This is not looking good right now for the University of Montevallo or so what is it that that Montevallo really needs to do to get back into this game? First, they need to get some more farm onto this Jhin. He really needs 2 items and before he starts being able to really dominate the lane. Secondly, there's going to have to be a little bit more action here from the Annie in mid lane. Annie has not really been able to pop off and still is really missing a couple of items, so some extra farm here. The jungler for Logan Luna has had some great ganks and such, but one of the problems is this Rek'Sai, played by 2 Wavy from Henderson State University, has really been able to mirror him multiple times where he goes in for a gank and, oh, there's the Rek'Sai ready to go. And that has really cost him greatly here. So there is a chance. There's no question. 6k is a lot of gold, but by no means is this game over. But it's going to have to. That's one of the things that University of Montevallo is going to need to do is kind of, okay, we have to play for the late game. We need to just play safe. We need to do our best to split push, and as well as being careful not to be caught out. So that's going to be important, especially this next Rift Herald. I think it's going to be something that they're going to fight a bit because they do not want the extra lane pressure. One of the problems that happens is Tweet's champion, Shen, is an amazing split pusher. And the more towers that are down, the easier it is for that Shen to split push and apply a lot of pressure. Ooh, Richard gets away from that pretty easily. Little bit of stuns here coming out. A lot of damage there. University of Montevallo is really going for to kill this support player, but oh lord, huge damage coming out. And Tyrant Grim, the ADC, managed to just pop in and snipe down the support player for University of Montevallo. So support for support, that's a good trade, I think, for either team, or at least pretty much middle of the road. So not much else happening there. So what we have coming up here, we have objectives. We have Rift Herald coming up here at about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Henderson is, they're going to be playing for that, but really at this point, they just need to keep pressure. They need to continue to split push. Lots of damage here, and they need to use this advantage. That's one of the things about when you're playing games like League of Legends. It's very easy to kind of just sit back and say, oh, we have all this advantage. We don't need to rush. No, you actually do, and that's one of the hardest things to teach, particularly new players of League of Legends, is that what you need to do with that advantage is you need to use it to end, and that's what you do. You go in there and you kill the ADC at the University of Montevallo. Wavy is now 6-1 right now. Whoa, he is popping off here. I get a feeling game 2 we're going to have a ban on Rek'Sai probably in the first 3 in the ban phase. So Wavy doing a great job here, 6-1-5. That means he's had participation in 11 kills of this 13-kill game here for Henderson State University. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So looking, what are some other important things that we should be looking here? Well, we see CS-wise, they're pretty even overall, except for the fact that the kills are just so different. And that's one of those things to note up. Like, even if you're losing on kills, you can still be in the game farm-wise. It's all about managing your CS. It's about trying to limit your risks and managing the map. And that's a big thing that's happening here on both teams. And so the University of Montevallo really, it's kind of, they've had some issues of where maybe it's a combination of vision, or maybe it's a combination of just unfortunate timings of where they've rotated in or not, or they haven't gotten the kill they were hoping for in a certain situation. And that's happened a few times here for the University of Montevallo team. So let's see, big things coming up here. Rift Herald is now up, so that we've got a lot of positioning coming there. We've got multiple wards getting placed down here. This Triss Pit has really been doing a lot here and aggressive. Okay, Wavy is going after, ooh, lots of damage here. Wavy has no other help here. I think he bit off more. Yeah, he did. He bit off more than he can chew. And so that's the 600 extra gold now going over to the mid laner for University of Montevallo. And see, those are the things you got to be careful over. Henderson State can still lose this game. Giving away some extra gold and the like and not having your jungler up for when dragon spawns is one way of letting a team back in. Uh-oh. Huge amount of damage here coming out. Okay, but manages to get away. Uh-oh. Missed that great flash. Unfortunately, Richard's probably going to have to be sacrificed in order for Tyrant Grim to survive. So, considering what could have been a two kills there very easily, it only turns out to be a 2-for-1, and now it's only a 1-for-1 trade and such. And mid lane, or bot lane actually, Lightning Axis manages to take down the Annie player. Where the fish at? Or I'm just going to assume where the fish. That's a funny name. Anyway, so we here see the Annie's just kind of farming, trying to split push. And the Orianna there is probably going to puts the ball right on top. Gets lots of damage coming out here. Huge event. And couple of little missed stuff, but essentially the Annie does not have a lot of mobility, and so you're able to kill them off there. So overall, looking still very good for Henderson State University. We're talking about almost an 8K gold difference. Wait, hold on. My math not great. We're talking more about a 6K gold difference here. So, but Dragon is up. Rift Herald is about to get taken there by University of Montevallo. They need this to help get some more lane pressure off their back, which is something that's going to continue to build up as Shen just is able to split push throughout the rest of this game. So Dragon's going to be going over to Henderson, it looks like, and this will be for Ocean Soul, which is this will essentially mean Ocean Soul's spawn. That's well, actually we knew that from the last spawn, but that's besides the point. Which is a huge thing. That Ocean Soul is a very powerful dragon ability, and will help Henderson a lot if they can get it. But we'll have to see what happens here. It's again, it's anyone's game still, but Henderson does have a. If I'm putting down money, quote unquote, I'm not. This is a metaphor or analogy. Metaphor analogy. I don't have my dictionary right now with me. You get what I mean. I'd be putting my money, so to speak, on Henderson. But that said, there is a lot to this game still. And with a little extra farm, if this Jin finally gets a couple of items, Jin has not gotten his ultimate item yet. Or an ultimate item. What game are we playing, John? Has not gotten his legendary item yet. And once he gets that and then one more, he will be able to do a lot of damage. Uh-oh, this Malphite is just not in the right place, is in the wrong place at the wrong time. And just gets a ton of chunkage damage taken off of him. There's not a lot of rotation coming out there, so I think what's just going to happen here is this first tower is probably going to go down. Yeah, because Henderson has 3 players here. Yep, this is not a good situation for these 2 players right here. Ooh, great jump in there. Lots of damage coming out. Ooh, gets away. Huge damage. Oh no, the Tristana goes down. And the Orianna went down in another lane. Looks like he must have gotten pinned. Uh-oh, the Jin's back out, and the Jin manages to take it down. So that looked like it was going to be a kill. But no, Henderson just loses 3 champions there and did not really get anything for it, unfortunately. So, and the Rift Herald, yeah, we already knew the Rift Herald was. So this is going to give the University of Montevallo a lot of breathing room here and ability to really farm. So, like I said, just being up in a gold as much as they were, does not end the game at all. And we're seeing some life coming back from the University of Montevallo. I think Henderson was a little bit too aggressive there, especially in the top lane, and unfortunately they were punished for it. So, but that said, still in Henderson, it's still definitely Henderson's game to lose here. It's still with a 4K gold lead, but it's one of those things you got to remember. And this is like we were talking about. You need to take that advantage, and you need to bankroll that into a win. You cannot just sit on your laurels and farm. The better time is usually to push in or split push or something, and that's what Henderson is really getting to the point. Like, we're going to see a lot of grouping now with the Shen just split pushing a wave. Shen has both his ult up and TP, so he teleport, so he's going to be able to just split push this wave, and Henderson's just going to be able to split push any other lane they feel like. So. Oops, excuse me. Not much else happening. We're starting to see a lot of grouping here from the University of Montevallo as well. So we'll see where this all leads. Dragon is not up for another 2 Baron. Baron is up, but I don't think either team's going to be doing that anytime soon. So both teams are kind of just putting down wards, trying to farm. This Tristana is going to push top and try to do some damage to that tower. Shen is just going to keep doing the split pushing and the like. So we're getting a little bit of kind of a lull. I'm not sure for how long, but for a bit. And that happens sometimes. So, but both teams are going to be putting down wards. We see a lot going on around Baron because both teams are like, we don't want to have to. Yep. And so Tristana's going to take this top tower pretty easy. Oh, okay. Almost tries to get it. Yeah, there we go. Getting a bit of damage here, but the ult comes out. Lots of damage coming out here. I'm not sure how much Henderson's really wanting to invest here. Yeah. After that, what happened to the tower last time with the Malphite, they're definitely Henderson's being a little bit more cautious. It's like, yeah, let's not do that. Ooh. Looks like we're going to get a 2v4 here in Henderson's favor. Let's see what happens here. Lots of damage coming out. Oh, great Orianna ult that really screwed up the ult there coming out that was originally trying to come out from the Nocturne. So great Orianna ult there by Lightning Axis that completely screwed the pathing up for the Nocturne ult by Lunar Logan. Yep. You're going to have to apologize. I have to apologize sometimes. I'm mispronouncing names, mispronouncing champions. I need to work on that more. That's for darn sure. Okay, so this is likely going to be a Baron for Henderson just because of the two champions being down. Oh, the Jhin is going to try to force some positioning here. Lots of damage coming out there. Oh, unfortunately, the Ana goes down, and that's a lot of the damage that's left here. And the Tristana is still up. If they can get any, yes, Henderson manages to get an ace here. And, well, I don't think Henderson can do Baron now, but Henderson did just get a ton of gold, so not so bad. Henderson's now at 7, back to that 7K we talked about, and a substantial lead here in tower pushing and the like. Tweet on Shen just was able to split push bottom that entire time, so I get a feeling he's going to go back just because he has all that gold. And Henderson's just going to go back, spend, let's see how many items. So Tristana now has 3 endgame items compared to the ADC over being played by Donut Man, who only has really 1 endgame item. And so that's one of those things we kind of see here is that even though the CS is relatively the same, the problem is those kills and the like, and it's really causing a snowball effect here and making some of these fights that aren't necessarily even, some of these fights just not be very easy for the University of Montevallo. This dragon is up. Henderson looks like they're being very aggressive here. Ton of damage coming out. Oh no, Wavy is just not in the best position here and gets taken out. Lots of damage. This is not looking good for Henderson right now. They're not getting their damage onto one champion yet. They're spreading it out, and this is not good for Henderson State University. Amazing fight for the University of Montevallo, almost getting their own ace. But yes, that was a little bit too arrogant, it seemed, by Henderson State University team. That should not have happened. I think what happened was that there was a couple of chances people saw for a dive, and they thought they could easily pick it off, but it turned out the entirety of the other team was there. And then the other problem was that the damage got spread out. One of the things you really cannot have is a team you need to be able to focus down targets. If you don't focus down targets, guess what? They all get away. And that's what we saw there. And so this game is not over yet. There is new life in this game, especially with this Baron buff. It's going to allow for them to push through, and there really is no chance for Henderson to get this, to stop this. So Henderson not only just lost the dragon, gave away 4 kills, they also lost Baron. So big swing in momentum here. And there's only now a 3K gold difference. That's a lot. So Henderson, this is one of those situations of even when you're ahead, you have to be thinking about, okay, where are we playing and such, and what are we doing? Henderson has all the lanes pushed out. This Baron is likely going to help, but as long as Henderson stays alive and doesn't get kind of caught out like what happened kind of in that last situation, it's going to be interesting to see how this Baron and the such get used, because Henderson can very easily turn the tables. Items are still very much in Henderson's favor on multiple important champions, particularly if we're looking at the ADC for Henderson State University as well as for this Rek'Sai. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. That said, that Nocturne is looking very beefy now, and you do not want to be at the end of that ult. All right, so we have a 4-person push coming in from the University of Montevallo. They really need to get something out using this. They need to push down these 2 towers if they can and force a bad engagement from Henderson. Shen is just going to keep pushing bottom and split pushing. He has his ult and stuff. He's got to make it so that, hey, at least you can't just get multiple lanes pushed here. But we're going to see what else happens. Henderson is not really in a great position right now to engage on this at all. They need to just pull back. Tristana and the like, they really can't engage here, and Henderson is not in position to go after really any of these. And again, we're getting a bit of split push. The Shen is just TP'd back, I think. The idea being it's probably just better to have him with the group than for him to TP in, I'm guessing. So we're going to see what happens there. But yeah, like I said, because of how far back and just how far ahead Henderson was already with items, yeah, this Baron buff is not really doing anything right now. Let's see how long this Baron buff has. Let's see. It doesn't tell me how long it has. Oh, that's unfortunate. Or I can't see it. Maybe it's until they die? I always forget how long Baron buff lasts. So, but right now, this Baron buff isn't doing anything. So, yeah, not much is happening. And so Henderson still has a 3K gold lead. It's not as much as they were having before. But, we have Dragons out for another 2 minutes. So, not a lot happening right now, unfortunately. But we'll see what the 2 teams are going to do. I think one of the things Henderson is kind of struggling here with, okay, well, how do we end this game? Baron is currently on the other opposing team. And the other problem that the University of Montevallo is having is well, we can group, but we also know that we're going to get split pushed down by the Shen if we do that. So, okay, now we're getting, oh no, that's what happens is we get an unfortunate pick, and now Henderson's really on the back foot here. And lots of damage coming out here. Is that 2 picks? No, that's just 1 right now. Lunar Logan, though, oh no, takes down the jungler for Henderson State University. This is looking really bad for Henderson. Even though this game is really in Henderson's driver's seat, that 4K kill play really has completely changed this game, and now Henderson is about to lose their first inhib. This is really completely changed in just a matter of a few minutes here. And now Henderson's just kind of trying to play it. Lots of damage coming out here, but you generally don't want to be fighting the tank. You want to be getting into those chunky backliners. And let's just say this. Hey, at least we get some type of kill here. Lots of damage. We got to be very careful that Nocturne does a lot of damage. That Nocturne needs to die if Henderson wants to get out of this, because that Nocturne by himself is going to be able to almost auto-attack down some of those turrets. So huge amount of damage just came out there. Rek'Sai's back up. So Henderson's got most of its team back up now. And but Dragon's up in 30. This is probably a free Dragon coming out here for the University of Montevallo. This game is now almost completely just been turned on its head by those plays here. This is really, now it's either team's game, and Lunar Logan has really gotten some items that have turned him into a very dangerous champion now. Okay, huge ult coming out there by Lunar Logan, but it doesn't seem like to get much. We're going to see what else happens here. Rek'Sai coming into the back line. Huge damage there. Shutdown from Tristana. Shutdown on Wavy on the Jinx. This might be what Henderson needs to end this game and get on to game 2, because, yeah, that's what they needed. They're going to take this Dragon, then they're going to push mid here. That's huge, huge, huge for Henderson. So let's go back. Well, yeah, let's go back and watch some of that, because I think it's worth seeing what happened there, because it really was, again, one of those examples of engagements just being massive. So let's go ahead. Here we are. So Nocturne, they're positioning. The Nocturne sees the Orianna get a huge amount of damage and dives in, but didn't realize how close the rest of Henderson's team's is. And so that ult doesn't get any backline. And then, oop, Wavy comes over the wall and is just torching down the ADC from University of Montevallo, allowing them to take it down. So that's exactly just what kind of the power of positioning. And unfortunately what happened was Nocturne thought that they could easily take that Orianna, but it turned out the Orianna was around 3 other players for Henderson University. And then once that was happening, Wavy was able to get into the back line and really disrupt what was going on there, because that's what the thing Henderson needs to do with their team composition. They have to get into the back line. They need to kill the Jinx. They need to make it so Annie can't pop off, and that's what happened here. So huge amount of damage. this jungler from University of Montevallo, Lunar Logan, is going to try to snipe this, I'm guessing. They're going to let it go, which is honestly, I don't think there's a way they can contest that. So Henderson now has the Baron buff. Let's see how they use it. Jin is doing a great job here, deciding to split push to get some advantage here, but he's got it back now because he knows that the entirety of the Henderson team is coming for them. So Henderson's back in the lead here with about a 5K gold lead, but still a lot of game left to play. So very exciting so far. And wow, this game has had a lot of back and forth, and we're at the 30-minute mark. That doesn't happen as much as it used to in League of Legends, that's for sure. So we'll see what goes on now. Likely here, Shen is just going to be using this to split push because Shen is amazing with Baron buff, and we're going to see Henderson start to push mid likely as well. All right, they're just getting a little bit of water. You get a bit parched when you have a game this long with this much action. So there are going to be some great highlights from this one. All right, Wavy here. Uh-oh. The Wavy went in, and then the Nocturne followed up. Oh, no, this is another really dangerous situation for Henderson. I don't think there's much he can do. Oh, great ult there to try to save lightning access, but there's not that. Yeah, nothing they can do. So Henderson's going to have to back off here. And again, we have a situation of where one little missed position, and all of a sudden now you have Henderson has a 5-stack knocking at your door. And honestly, this could be the game here. That positioning really has made a difficult situation for Henderson, and I'm not sure they can hold this. This is the 5v3. Henderson has to be able to get into the back line to really do any damage. I think this is a situation where if University of Montevallo is like, we have to end this here. We have to take a dangerous situation because there's nothing else you can do. Huge amount of damage coming out though, but Tyrant Grim cannot stop it all by himself. He is gonna have to. He almost gets away, but he can't. Rek'Sai, huge amount of damage coming out. They're just going to try to burn down the. They're going to try to burn down the game. Yeah, that's it. Oh no, the inhibitor spawned. Oh, for University of Montevallo, almost gets it, but the inhibitor spawns right behind them, so they can't end the game. Oh Lord, that was so close. So now the inhibitor's down, but Henderson's going to try to kill as many of the University of Montevallo team as possible and try to push right back through. But my gosh, that was a very, very, very lucky timing there for Henderson. Sorry. exciting point in the game there. So that was literally on the brink of death, and then that spawn, the pick off on the Nocturne really completely changed it around and everything else. So wow, what a play there. So, well, if you're just joining us or going through the VODs because you've been asked to make highlights, that's definitely one to do a highlight of. Let's go back and watch that because it really looked like the end of the game there for Henderson. So we had this fight. Didn't go well for Henderson, and Henderson's getting pushed back right down here. And then all of a sudden, we have two fortunate things happen. Henderson, we have a respawn happen of Leandre. He's got the takedown on Lunar Logan, which was important because Lunar Logan is now kind of a monster with his build. Unfortunately, Tristana dies, and so it looks like the game is over, but a great stun there, and then whoops, there's that inhib goes back up, and Wavy's in and able to take down Jin, and that allows for Henderson just to get a ton of damage and still survive. Wow, what a really fortunate situation. Now Henderson has Dragon Soul on top of that, but oh no, I missed something, which is why I probably should have not, but nope, they're trying to end it here. Oh, that stun. Huge damage there. University of Montevallo knows that their game plan really is just to end the game here by killing that turret, because that's what all that matters. Just killing the Nexus is the end. But they were not able to do it, and they're going to have to walk away here. But oh, that damage here is going to mean that anytime they're just going to... so even with Dragon Soul, that's a lot of pressure on Henderson State University, because that inhib is not going to be back up for a while, well, even though they took it out. But wow, this game has been an exciting one. The Dragon Soul gets taken is huge and really will help Henderson. But even with the gold lead and everything else, because those towers are down, because those turrets is down, Henderson has to play very defensively, because with that Nocturne could just go in and destroy the inhibitor, not the inhibitor, the Nexus, very simply. So this has been an exciting one, no question there. Both teams have been having have had some positioning issues in team fights that have led to massive turnarounds here. And Henderson was really in the driver's seat for the first 25 minutes. And then that four-person, after, it was funny because it happened after an ace. Henderson was lost 4 players in one team fight, and that really is what's completely changed the tide of this game. So again, here's what we're having here is they know what they need to do. University of Montevallo knows, hey, all we have to do is march down the middle here and end this. And Henderson wants the position around this Baron, but we'll see if anything happens here. Tweet. Ooh, close. Oh no, this could be a free kill. Oh no. Yeah, that's bad. That's really bad for Henderson. Baron is going to be up before it, and I don't think Henderson's going to be able to do much. Oh, wow. Teleport's coming in, too. They're really trying to just take this. This is a lot of... Okay, Henderson's doing a ton of damage to this Malphite. The Malphite's not doing much else, though. So, yep, all goes down there. It's... Wow, lots of damage there. Triss goes down, too, though. Triss is... Just by themselves, I don't think there's much else, and the Rek'Sai's not in a position here to do anything. It is really just an auto attack away. Oh my gosh, this Tristana is really the only thing that's saving it. The Jhin is down. No, that's game. Oh wow. Game 1 is over there for Henderson State University, and so game 1 goes over to University of Montevallo. So great job on their part, but wow, that game there. I'm going to go ahead and exit because I've definitely stayed a little bit too long because I wanted to watch and see everything that was happening. So I'm going to try to get back in. I can't play again because they've already started the thing. I will jump into the tournament code. So sorry everybody, we just swap it in, spectate. Huge game there and the like. So wow, that was an exciting one. We're going to take a quick break there, but we'll be right back in 3 minutes just to kind of go through and get ready for the next one. But that was an exciting game 1 there, but congrats for the first win there at for University of Montevallo so far. We're not done yet, but wow, that's an exciting change. We'll be back in a second here. Go ahead and try talking.
Hi.
All right, yep, it works. Okay. All right, everybody. Welcome back here to our stream here of Peach Belt Conference Week 4, Henderson State University versus the University of Montevallo. If you're just joining us, you missed an amazing Game 1, back and forth with a very crazy endgame Nexus kill. So if you're looking for something fun to watch, definitely highly suggest going over there and checking it out. But for Game 2 and potentially Game 3, I'm joined here by one of the players at Henderson State University, by... What? My brain is farting. Could you please introduce yourself?
I'm Reno.
I
I'm
thought so.
carry main. I'm just here giving a little bit of player insight to the cast.
Yeah, thank you, Reno. It's been a long day, as you can imagine, and last cast was a very long game.
Yeah.
So, did you catch any of the last game, Reno?
I was watching it. I just wasn't able to hop on the stream with you, but I'm here now. So.
What were your thoughts?
Quite a banger. I think that just some positional issues from Henderson. Otherwise, the game went pretty well. I think that if they keep their momentum from the early game and they just roll it through the rest of the game, then we go.
Yeah.
And it's the picks looked really good. I don't think there was any real outlying problems, but it was just a couple of bad fights that really swung that game.
Yeah, exactly. It was interesting. So, but it reminds us just that even with a gold lead and everything else, because Henderson really was in the driver's street for like 20 minutes of that game, and it was one particularly bad fight where Henderson lost 4 of its players and just was able and essentially lost their middle lane. And because of that, just it felt like Henderson began inting is a word for it. And though they had some great fights following up after that, it just was the game should have ended earlier. Like that inhib respawn. Oh my god.
Right.
Yeah. So it was really a good showcase of that. Even if you're behind, if you stay consistent, take your fights right, you can still win. So I think that's one of the great things that showcased about League of Legends.
You gotta keep a level head. Playing from behind is one of the harder things to do in League of Legends for sure. That
exactly. So looking so far, bans. I think we knew the Rek'Sai ban was coming, and there's a Leona.
Okay.
Yep. So this is the first time Seraphine's going to be open, I think, for Henderson. Period. So I don't know if they're gonna. I doubt Henderson's going to ban out Seraphine. They could ban out Seraphine here.
I think banning out Seraphine's a bad call just because of how good Seraphine is in Richard's hands. So.
Now Zahar. Okay, so exact same bans from Henderson to start off. Now let's see what the first pick is going to be, because this will be huge. So it could be that Nocturne again. But I don't know if they're going to go with it. I mean, I know that's the jungler for... Lunar Logan had a great Nocturne at the end, but the problem was, okay, it's going to be the Orianna.
The Orianna.
Okay.
So I expect to see a Seraphine pick here, along with either a jungler or an AD carry.
I definitely... so it'll be interesting. Maybe a Seraphine and then the mid pick, because, okay, they're going with a Malf.
I don't like this. I think that you can save your top pick for later and just counter pick the Orianna and then pick the Seraphine.
Yeah, I think Seraphine here is probably what they're going to go with. I think they're just having some fun. Yeah, there's the Seraphine.
Yeah, there it is.
So I think it's more of they want to make sure their top and mid/support players have the champions they want there. I'm not sure. It'll be interesting to see what they decide, what University of Montevallo decides to go here. Not entirely sure what they will, considering I'm trying to remember what their pool looks like, and I'm drawing honestly a bit of a blank here. So okay, we're going with a Nocturne again. I mean, you can go there. I don't know. I don't. It's one of the things where I'm not sure at this point. Like, I might just save the Nocturne pick for later, because I think you're like, they're probably not going to ban it out, or maybe they would if they didn't. But they're probably not going to ban it out, since Henderson wasn't going to ban it out. But it's like, hey, get the champions you need, and go that way. So
one interaction I didn't see at all last game was you can actually QSS the Nocturne ult, so you're not nearsighted.
Oh, okay.
So Shen into Nocturne. If Shen takes QSS, whenever Nocturne ults, he can just QSS the ult and then ult whatever person Nocturne's going in on.
Oh, okay, there we go.
But we're seeing the Malphite here, so we're most likely not seeing that interaction again.
No, yeah, I know that was something that really caused some problems for the Shen. Volibear. Volibear top? Okay, we get the Sejuani coming out for Henderson. We got some very beefy champions here for Henderson right now. Okay, so we're back to let's ban out either the support Richard, or we're banning out the ADC. Maybe that Tristana goes away. I'm not sure if it does. It did do a lot of damage though last game early.
I think Grimm's champ pool is so big that realistically you're gonna have a problem banning him out, especially with just 2 bans. So not sure what we'll see here. We could see Tristana get pinched and maybe take away like a mid laner.
Possible, yeah, because I'm sure that's one thing that University of Montevallo is trying to think, like, well, was that a support pick or is that a mid lane pick for the Seraphine?
I don't think they're convinced that it's a support pick because there's their con ban.
Well, here's this. Do you think Henderson puts it in Richard's hands, or do you think it's going mid?
I think it depends. I think that they can, second round, they can pick an AD carry, right? And then see the whole comp from Montevallo and then decide where that Seraphine's going to go.
That Alistar ban again and that Nautilus ban. So
Nautilus and Alistar, those getting banned out is going to give Seraphine, if it is a support Seraphine, it's going to give her a lot more room in the lane and a lot more options.
And there's that Rel ban again, so
at this point, I think it's probably right to send the Seraphine bot lane and then just pick a favorable mid matchup.
What would you pick into this Orianna if you were playing, or you were picking for Henderson?
I think I would take probably something that can just push waves and like match the Orianna in wave clear. So I don't know.
Zaya.
Maybe like an Azir, but I know that she doesn't play Azir, so
Yeah, Zaya. I mean, I know Grimm does like playing Zyra, and he's had some great matches on it. Can carry very hard if given the opportunity, and we did see some aggression was very much rewarded last game with that Tristana. We saw Caitlyn coming out.
Caitlyn, okay.
I mean, I know Caitlin's gotten a little bit of help and buffs recently, but is still definitely, at least stat-wise, has an okay and a Lulu.
Caitlyn, Lulu bot lane? Okay.
Nami. Okay, going back to the Nami.
The Nami looked decent last game.
Yeah, so. No, it was particularly part of the reason I think that some of those team fights with the way that it was that Nami ult did do a lot. So now it's like, okay, is this Richard picking his champion, or is this going to be the mid laner? So
we'll definitely know in just a second.
In a second.
Okay, so it's going to be a Seraphine bot lane.
Okay.
I like the Aubrey into Orianna.
Yep, that's a good one.
Clear.
I used to play a lot of Ahri, and Orianna-Ahri matchups. Like, yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm going to abuse you until I'm level 9, then I'm going to roam bottom and kill stuff. Sounds good.
It's going to be, I'd watch this bot lane matchup, because Caitlyn is going to try to bully out this Zaya Seraphine.
I don't know. Can Caitlyn really do that much with the Seraphine there? I guess Richard will show us what magic he can do, so we'll see.
It depends on the positioning and where the lane is. Caitlyn's naturally long auto attack range is going to make her lane bully into the Zaya. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I do like the Sejuani into Nocturne. Nocturne can't really do a lot late game against full tank Sejuani.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. It's one of those things, like we saw the Nocturne get particularly big at the end and could do a lot of damage. But we also saw the Nocturne a couple of times jump in to fights they shouldn't have. And so...
and either have to flash out or just get one shot by Tristana and stuff like that.
I'm interested to see this Volibear match up top. I honestly haven't seen a lot of top lane Volibear myself. I know it is something that exists, but it'll be an interesting fight overall. It's like one of those things. Volibear can be a powerful champion, but what's Volibear's ult again? I honestly forget.
It's the leap and it shuts off towers.
Right.
Does big damage, gives them extra health.
Gotcha. I forgot about that.
So this is really Volibear favored. Malphite's Malphite as a champion is not designed well enough to compete with Volibear.
Okay, gotcha.
If you ever try to trade with him, he's just gonna W you and then stun you, drop his shield on you, and then when his W is back up again, he just heals all the damage that you did to him. So, I think we're gonna see a lot of Malphite farming under tower, maybe shooting out some Qs at a distance, try to get just a little bit of poke in.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think it's definitely Malphite. I mean, it's one of those things. This is a situation where Malphite really just like, if he can be even or even, loses a little bit, Malph still is in the end, I think, late game just is going to be helping a lot, particularly against that Caitlyn, because he can dive in and just do all that like debuffing and such.
Yeah, Malphite doesn't have to win lane to be useful because his ult is such a game changer. So I'll be interested to see his positioning late game, if he's going to go for the flanks or if he's just going to sit with his team.
Yeah, so now I haven't watched a Seraphine bottom lane honestly in a while, and I have not seen Richard play that champion yet, so I'm excited to see how that goes, because Richard can. We saw last game, honestly, there were some fights there that the only reason Henderson managed to survive was literally Richard's ult or a good stun or a good hook, so it'll be fun to see kind of what he does with Seraphine.
I think he's been just like hard spamming Seraphine and ranked on this last patch, so I know that he's skilled with the champion, like he knows how to play the champion. And in Tanami, I think it's going to be pretty decent.
Yeah. So, all right, team fight wise, I'm guessing you probably favoring Henderson. It seems like Henderson has a better team fight here on a couple of levels. Where is what are the keys for winning there for the University of Montevallo?
Not fighting Xayah in choke points, because you could just get Seraphine ult over the top, and then Xayah throws out her feathers and pulls them back, and then you just get like this major wombo combo. So they want to fight where it's open. Like, if they're going to fight in the river, they have to fight in the river, not in the choke point leading into the river.
Right. Like, no, that makes sense. All right, we're about to swap into the game. We might have a third caster joining us, probably for Game 3. We're hoping for a Game 3, for Henderson's sake, particularly.
I can join right now.
Oh, hey!
Need somebody to screen share.
Come on in. Yeah, sure.
All right.
Reno, could you do that? Because I got the stream on
try.
me. Yeah, let's see how that goes. We will tax your internet to the extreme.
Yes.
Of course.
That's what we want.
Well, Subway, former captain Subway, and also kind of serving as coach for Henderson State University. It's great that you could join us for Game 2. Were you able to catch any of Game 1?
I did watch a decent bit of it.
Interesting.
Didn't have much signal on my phone at work, but
Unfortunate.
caught a little bit.
You might want to go back and watch the VODs. There are definitely some interesting things that happened, that's for sure. Some weird stuff. Oh, looky, this Oriana, wow, that was, alrighty. That's a kill. So, I think the Oriana did not expect there to be any form of invasion, and then the Oriana got stuck and died. Any comments there?
I'm still on a loading screen, so if I see it, I will definitely.
Yep. No. Oriana was. For those at home, we'll go ahead and watch it again because nothing else is happening. Oops. No, we're going to watch it a third time because I picked the wrong timestamp. The Oriana was just sitting there and died in 3 seconds. So that's the start of this game. Going back to the beginning here, where we are now. So good start there for Henderson, getting that kill. That'll definitely help. Let's see, did anyone buy anything extra? No one bought anything extra, but hey, a little extra gold isn't a bad thing. So we'll continue on with the match there. But like we were talking about, this bottom lane in particular is going to be exciting. Subway, you said you hadn't had a chance to see the draft or anything else, or maybe you did get to see the draft. What are you thinking about here? What are some keys for Henderson for victory?
So the one thing that Henderson has to do to get this one is they got to shut that Nocturne down. I think he was one of the biggest reasons that Game 1 got turned around. Henderson had a huge lead, and this Nocturne is a great Nocturne player.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of potential, but he needs to get shut down. He had too much time to farm freely last game. So if they can kind of counter gank him, match his presence, and keep anybody from dying to him for a while, then I think they'll be all right.
And
yeah, I agree. I think that you let Nocturne be farm, it's just kind of giving away a win for no reason. So
yeah, no, we definitely saw just how powerful that Nocturne was, and even with he did not have the best early game, that's for sure. But just because of how long things lasted, it's champions that might otherwise have fallen off or not done much are able to get that farm they need, and all of a sudden it's a different game. Bot lane is lots of poke, that's for sure.
Yep.
What in-game
about how I
time
said.
2 minutes and 57 seconds here.
Okay, nice. So you don't have to screen share. No, I got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just started spectating them. I'm in.
Okay, that works out. Yeah, because we are 3 minutes behind. So, oh, that's going to be a kill, almost a kill bottom there for Henderson State University.
Good flash by Nami there.
Yep, very good flash there. Save that.
Did get the Caitlyn heal too, which is actually
Ooh,
huge.
the flash top though from Malphite.
Uh-oh.
He might. Ooh.
That's his. Yeah, he's going to have to be careful here. He's probably going to have to back after finishing that wave.
That's what I'm talking about. Like Malphite just can't trade into this Volibear at all.
Yeah, and the Volibear knows it and is definitely putting. Wow, that's that's a lot of life leech shield. Wow.
Yeah.
I think bot lane needs to be careful here because they did have a couple good trades, but the Nami healing has actually ended up, you know, getting blue side back into it. So I think Zion, Seraphine need to be careful.
Yep, close. Yeah, they're gonna have to back here. They're probably just gonna need to. Yeah, they really cannot stay here long. So mid lane pretty even here. Haven't really seen much else. Lanes pushing. Jungle wise, nothing really going on here. Wavy is not being able to have that Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai went off, and so I'm not surprised that ban happened, let alone at the Liata.
Oh, that's a kill top.
Oh my gosh, that's a kill top. I'm going to go back and watch that.
Oh, okay.
Going back and seeing what happened here.
Cocky.
Oh wow, yeah, Volley just was not respecting.
Not respecting W damage from Malphite.
All right, so that's a good thing. That's a huge thing for Henderson. They need that top lane was already going to have some issues, but with that's going to help him stay a bit longer and really be important for his itemization coming up here.
Now Volley has to TP.
This bot wave's in an awkward spot as well.
No, he's not TPing. He's walking. Oh,
he's going to lose a lot of creeps here.
Yeah, and Malphite really needs that farm.
Okay, bot lane finally got their wave pushed in.
Yeah, no,
they're just going to hold it. Okay.
And they're getting a reset.
Yeah.
So right now, pretty good.
It's still going to be in an awkward spot when they come back, but it's not nearly as bad as it was before because this wave's going to push back into them.
And the other thing was, it was a little concerning because one false move they could easily have gotten one of them killed just because of how little health they had. So they were able to still put the wave in a good spot and get out without losing anybody. So honestly, pretty good here so far. Top lane's still definitely not in a great situation here, unfortunately, for Henderson, but that's kind of just what the matchup is, and as long as he can keep him a little bit even, it'll be fine.
It's more trading up there. That goes in the favor of Malphite, too. This Bomb Extender is definitely helping him.
Oh, yeah. The early Bomb Extender is definitely a big help.
Yeah, Volibear did not... He can kill here, the Malphite.
Yeah, he is 6. Yeah, there might be a kill here. Dragon getting pinged out by Henderson.
Off the wave here.
Yep.
I think he's worried about where the Nocturne is, so he sees the Nocturne. Or actually, no, they don't see the Nocturne right now. I think if he saw the Nocturne there, he would have gone in.
Gone in, yep. Okay, getting pinged out here. We gotta get a teleport.
But now there's no kill pressure top because of the tower.
Yep.
So
damage. Maybe they're gonna go for the steal. Henderson, no TP. Nope. Damage coming out. There might be a steal here. Yes. Oh wait. Yes, there's a steal.
Nami's down as well.
Nice, nice.
Nocturne flash.
Nice.
Huge damage.
Can they kill anybody else though? Caitlyn might go down.
Oh, they're getting this jungler. Maybe.
Flash.
I think Wavy's W's up. Maybe a Q soon.
It is over.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh, and that's my gosh.
Let's go.
Wow, that's huge.
And in all that, watch top lane as well. Volibear did get engaged on, not with ult, but Malphite did trade him out, and he had to leave lane again. So
Oh, and we're gonna get this
that's
bit.
massive.
Oh no!
Doesn't get
Zai
it.
actually tanks tower. They had to heal.
Had to use the heal. Wavy's not done.
Wavy
He wants
is
to-
not done. No,
That works just fine.
Henderson wants to make up for last game's mistakes here. Clearly,
They need to be careful about greed though, because Nocturne's very close to 6, and he will kill any of them.
Yeah. Nah, and that's something we're going to have to hope Henderson that the HSU's learned from what happened last game. But so that was a very interesting situation there. Very much went the side of Henderson in every way possible. 0-6 start, great way looking into the mid game here now. And Rift Herald's not up yet, but his Rift Herald is up in 9 seconds. So I don't think Henderson will get it, but we'll see.
I don't think they'll do it yet, because I don't think Sejuani's backed yet after that fight. Looks like she's still trying to get a little bit of farm. Maybe she's a little bit gold short of some big item she wants.
I think she wants steel caps.
Maybe so. I mean, I think she has enough for steel caps after that fight, because like I said, I don't think she ever reset, but...
Wavy helped that out with
be
some
wrong.
freezing the lane there so that Lightning Helix can get some of that more farm. Let's go ahead and taking a look at CS. Definitely having some issues mid, but actually in all 3 lanes. But the
Nothing
gold
major, though.
Yeah,
No.
nothing major. At the start here, it's not
definitely have to
huge.
show the story of what's going on here.
Right.
Oh,
No.
Nocturne's top. They're fighting top.
Oh, ult's out of the
Malphite's
way.
out.
Smart.
That's good.
There you go.
Nice.
So that's definitely worth, because Nocturne ult's on, I think, like a 2-minute
Yep.
CD.
Yes, and Nocturne ult is a lot more what's the
Threatening.
word? Threatening early game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Because the other thing, because of its presence, it will make huge ult here bottom lane.
Ooh.
That's a kill. Maybe a
That's gonna
double.
be killing Caitlyn for sure.
Nice.
I don't think
There
they can
we
get
go.
Nami. They don't have
Alright.
anything to chase.
They got Nami flash though.
Yep. Nami
And
flash
they-
down. This is gonna be this is a plate maybe too. Oh, huge
that's
fight
fine.
top. Huge fight top.
He doesn't have ult, which is unfortunate, but
No, but
He has
just
to wait for his,
forcing the lane away.
he needs to be careful because Volley does have ult, and Volley can win that fight.
Yep.
Is that Nocturne doing a Rift?
That is Nocturne doing Rift.
I think
Yes, it
so.
is. Sejuani's there, wondering if she's going to check it, though.
Maybe.
He's doing a Rift kind of slow, so there's a chance, but not a big one.
No, I don't think he is.
Mid here.
Yeah, he gets Rift. That's unfortunate, but not the end of the world. There's no guarantee he's going to get a great use out of it.
Where's he gonna use it to get a good use out of it? Like,
I think
Mid?
I think he's got to mid.
Yeah, I mean, I think they want to. This Oriana's down a level. Yeah, they
Right.
need the mid.
Because
That'll open up the
Oriana's got like the most deaths of any of the laners besides Caitlyn, but none of them are to Ahri. So that's technically still the most even lane for them. So if
Right,
they
yeah.
can get Oriana a lot of plates with this Rift, then Oriana might be able to get pretty strong.
That's a good point there. So not much else happening right now. Dragon side of Henderson has about a 4K gold lead. We're not really seeing anything else happen. Like maybe, just normal stuff happening top so far. Yeah, well, considering like how this game's gone, like top lane's doing really great for how we were
here we
talking
go.
about it earlier.
Fight bot.
Oh, there's the fight
Volley
bot.
goes down. That's benefit of getting that flash earlier.
Yep, could not get out of there. This is probably going to be a plate at least, and maybe a Caitlyn death. Oh, okay, they did
Malphite
not
needs
see
to
the
be
Nocturne.
Careful. Malphite needs to be really careful top here. He's going for a lot of trades.
Oh,
Hey, there's
huge.
the-
Yep,
a lot
there's
by
support
bot.
bottom. Nocturne gets locked in, but they're just going to back off. Lots of damage, though.
Fight breaking out top as
Uh-oh.
well.
Mid lane. Ooh, lots of
They should
damage.
be able to get out of here.
they got volley barrel. top
Fights
lane.
all over the map.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah, Malphite needs to be careful top though, because like I was saying, this Volibear is stacking MR. Malphite was winning a lot of the trades early on.
Oh,
but
they're
this
using
MR
it bottom? They're going to use it bottom. Uh-oh, Tiger
Does he
Grim
get it?
needs to be careful.
He gets
That's a
it.
kill top. That's
Oh,
crazy.
wow, okay, yeah. Tweet's like saying, hey, yeah, this ain't so bad of a matchup.
Volley bear didn't have ult, so
Oh, that,
Now-
yeah.
Yeah, Volibear's ult was down, but now one key thing to notice is they did rift bot, but they
Right.
rifted with 4 members there. So
So-
that gold split between all of them.
Yeah,
Right.
it's not getting stockpiled on one.
nobody got any gold there. Ideally, you want to give that gold to the Caitlyn because of how far behind she is.
Exactly, or the Oriana. That's why I mentioned possibly using it mid, because he can drop it, give her some plate gold, and then she's fine. But then, Ahri gets a couple plates mid and ends up doing
And-
better than the Rift
Ooh,
did.
looks like a
Malphite
gank bottom coming here.
Look Look at that Volibear TP going in on Malphite. Malphite doesn't see it.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't have ult to get away.
Valet doesn't have ult. Malphite has flash.
He's got 2. Okay, he's out.
Okay, bot lane, guys. Bot lane.
Okay.
Oh, gets some of the damage.
Sejuani ult comes in.
And
Nami's
a
word.
And this is another thing I was saying. Look at this. The Nocturne has no kills. There's no kills at all on the side of Montevallo. He's getting shut down. Completely. We've got 2 tanks in Malphite and Sejuani getting really fed. The bot lane's getting really fed. This is really hard for the Nocturne to have an impact, but if they get cocky, kind of like they did a little bit in game 1, then it could be a problem. I don't think Malphite needed a TP there, though. That dragon was not going to be contested.
So, Henderson up 2 dragons, has a significant gold lead, but this all sounds very familiar, as Subway was mentioning. So, this is by no means game's over, and so we'll have to see if Henderson's going to be able to take that advantage they had and really use it to end the game as they're going forward. So, now that Henderson has this advantage, what is it they need to do next?
I think they need to push their advantage through bot lane, because their bot lane's so fed, right? Zaya's got 3 kills. She's already completed the Kraken Slayer. You got Moonstone and Seraphine. So there's not going to be any fight that you take bot that you lose unless it's like a 2v5 or something.
Yeah. I think kind of locking down these tier 1 turrets in bot and mid are going to be really important, because, I mean, there's already a massive gold lead. Let's be realistic. What is that? I'm bad at math. 6,000? Or something like that?
Yeah, 7K, but yes.
Montevallo.
No, 6K. You're right. We're both bad at math. Let's go with that.
And even with the Malphite TP going bot, he lost nothing. He didn't lose a plate. He lost like a half a wave of creeps. So
it's a huge advantage, that's for sure.
Yeah. So I think if they can get these tier 1 turrets in at least 2 of the 3 lanes without, dropping any kills or getting a little bit overconfident and giving up some shutdowns, their lead's going to go to about 7,000 to 8,000, and at that point, with the comp that Henderson has, it's very hard for Montevallo to come back.
Well, that's for sure. It'll be interesting to see where things kind of come next. Any itemization aspects that we're seeing interesting here so far?
The Frostfire Golem on Sejuani, I think, is really interesting. I usually see a lot of Sunfire because of the amount of damage that it does and just how tanky it makes you. But Frostfire is going to be better for the engage because it drops a slow field. It's going to make you like tankier against MR. So, and also we're not seeing any mythics yet from Montevallo, just to show how absolutely far ahead.
Nocturne bottom though. This might be okay. Misses that ult from the Nami.
Still got Zaya ult though, so we're okay there.
It did. I don't know if Henderson saw the Nocturne though. Is the problem?
They did ping it there.
Okay.
I did see a danger ping.
And
the trades top are so good.
Oh, here, Orianna. This is not the best. Oh, gets away easy. Yeah,
she gets out and gets both ults.
Yeah, that was. If the Orianna ult had hit, it might have been something. But even then, like Ari is just so mobile. I'm not sure. Yeah,
it definitely wasn't their best play.
No. So Dragon, no, 2 minutes for Dragon.
Nami here?
Maybe Nami. Yep. Oh, huge. Oh my gosh, that's 2.
Kills.
That's 2. Maybe 3 here.
Massive.
This is a 3rd. Oh, that's stun.
Good ult.
Oh, the stun.
Oof.
That's massive.
Now they just.
That is.
Just pressure mid with the wave and take that tower.
Take the tower. Take the rift.
Doing it top as well. Look at Malphite.
First tower
top.
My
gosh, yeah, this is huge. Yeah. Henderson is really kind of showing.
Sejuani. Sejuani going for a dive, maybe. Still has splash.
Orianna has Orianna. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Game gets paused.
Okay.
Pause, but still, hey, either way, that's 2 towers.
Montevallo? Yeah, it's definitely 2 towers.
Yep. So, Nocturne, I'm guessing, is doing a game restart, because he just left, so...
Yep. All right. Well, while we're figuring things out, we've been talking where Henderson is a lot and such, obviously, for obvious reasons. Where does Montevallo, how do they get back in here? What would you be if you're the coach in the other team? You get a little bit of a pause because of this. What are the things you're telling the team in order to get them back into this game?
So, with their comp, they picked a lot of their champions that they're really good with in solo queue, but they're not great together. They don't mesh that well. But the one thing they do have with Orianna and Nocturne and people like that is a lot of pick potential. If they need to catch shutdowns on at least Zaya and maybe Sejuani or Seraphine. If they can get those shutdowns and get some gold onto a carry like Caitlyn, Orianna, Nocturne, one of those, and have a good fight after that, then they've got a chance. But
Also,
if they keep letting this gold lead build, there's no chance.
Don't forget, Oriana's got a really good ball delivery service in like Volley Bear and Nocturne. So you just throw the ball on them, and then they go and just get like massive shockwaves. So they have to be looking for these in the team fights.
Yeah, they have to be looking for those, but they need the shutdowns to be able to do that damage. Because right now, with a 9k gold deficit, they could hit a 5-man Oriana ult, and it might not make that big of a difference in the fight.
Right. And that's what the gold difference does. What about itemization? Is there anything that you're looking that should be getting built by either team that isn't or is?
I think we see a shield bow out of Caitlyn here, just because of how much dive has been going on her.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. You really can't go for some of the other choices you might normally want to.
And we haven't even seen an item built out of Volley Bear yet, so all he's got tier 1 boot or tier 2 boots. Same way with mid and support. So lots of things up in the air here.
Dragon coming up in 30, so we've seen both teams. Montevallo really getting some vision here, or at least trying to. I think they know if they lose this Dragon, it really puts them in even a worse position, I think.
I think if I'm Montevallo, I'm giving this Dragon here because it's not soul, so you don't need to worry about like any of that happening. So I think the smart thing to do here is give this Dragon and then fight for the next one, because you definitely can't fight for it right now.
Yeah.
And the one key thing, this could be a potential soul at what, 21, 22 minutes?
Yeah,
for Henderson? This is very early.
Tanks.
Exactly. So very early soul. Like I said, I think kind of the opposite. I think Montevallo has to go for it here, because I'm worried they're not going to be able to close the gap in time to contest the fourth one. So I think Montevallo does need to contest this Dragon.
So Henderson is just going to push in the spot wave, right? And then they have all of the prio in mid and bot.
Sejuani's walking up on Nocturne here.
They have the inside track in the river.
Oh, huge ult.
I think they're stretching it a bit too far here.
Yeah,
Henderson.
this is not. Henderson does not have their DPS there to really capitalize it.
Nami and Caitlyn are down. That's
All right,
great.
that's big.
They can't fight for the Dragon anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, Henderson just backs off and should take Dragon. That's it. Yep, summon the Rift
And
to take the tower.
Rift is just going to take the tower bot.
Huge. So this is really big. Henderson's really in the driver's seat. 0-15. Sometimes the scoreboard doesn't matter a lot. In this case, it does. So this is really looking dangerous. Universe Montevallo. Attempt at it.
I don't see any way that. Yeah, Nocturne's going to live there. Sejuani might get caught here, maybe.
He's got his multi-clear.
He's got multi-clear. Most of Henderson's still at the bot side. Yeah, not a lot happening here overall. It's just Henderson's really the big thing here is they need to continue this pressure. That's what they're already doing. Baron's up in 30. Do you think they could Baron this early? They could.
Yes, 100%. With a 10,000 gold lead like this, they shred Baron. There's nothing that Montevallo could do, and if they get Baron, the game's basically over.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Wavy's got this game under control.
Yeah, jungle was.
Can't do anything. He's lucky that he's getting his top side camps because Wavy went to his own bot side.
Yeah.
But I think Wavy has such good game sense, and his tracking is so good that Nocturne is never going to be able to make any play around the map that actually matters.
Yeah, no, exactly. Henderson's getting the farm, constantly clearing their jungle. They're keeping this gold lead. Like there hasn't even really been a CS increase. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's a very commanding position. So, I mean, what would be the team fight? Or we got to group up. Ari's bot though, so I don't think they're going to try Dragon, right? Not Dragon.
Watch Caitlyn here. Sejuani's going to cut Caitlyn off.
Oh, still enough.
This is, but gets slow.
Gets low. He's dead.
She's just dead.
Nami goes down too. Look at Nocturne trying to ult.
Nope.
There's the shockwave. Gets 2 flashes.
Oh no, I don't know why that Nocturne did that.
Yeah, that was. They go Baron here.
Yeah, that's just Baron.
I think they just go straight Baron.
They push this wave and then go Baron, yeah.
Probably. I mean, I don't even think they need to. It's already going to be pushed, and by the time they get back from doing Baron, there'll be another wave there to be able to push in.
Ari just gets to split push bot.
Yep. Huge situation. This is really. I think there's really not a lot of places for the Universe of Montevallo to come back here. They had a great turn back earlier in the like, but not much else. Go ahead and take it. Where are we going next here? Like once they finish that Baron, what's happening next?
I think
they reset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Henderson's taking their reset here, so we're definitely seeing at least one item come out from everybody. Ari's just waiting bot lane. She's gonna keep pushing.
Yeah, it's really not. Beforehand, we had the thing of where the Nocturne was able to get a bit of farm and was, doing it, but he hasn't gotten a single kill, hadn't gotten a single assist, so that kind of avenue to come back into the game is gone.
And Wavy's even on CS.
Yeah,
Right.
and look at the amount of armor that Sejuani's building as well. There's so much armor that Nocturne's running out of targets to hit. We've got Zanya's coming in on Ahri, and Nocturne is still one item.
Yeah,
We've got the PD on Xayah, which is going to make her a lot harder to catch.
Exactly, and plus even Xayah ult in general. Like that makes it difficult enough as is.
So let's put our minds into Game 3, because I don't want to call things early. It's never a great thing, but this is not looking good. Where do you go if you do University of Montevallo? Where
you gotta
are we
ban the
changing?
Seraphine.
Okay.
Leaving Seraphine open was a problem here.
And you also have to pick, because there's too much of what you have now that's working against each other. Like the Nami and the Caitlyn and the Orianna just feel like they don't fit here. So you definitely want more synergy with what you're picking. Nocturne's just gonna die here.
Yeah, well,
Even with the
they're
flash.
tanky enough that it doesn't matter.
Yep. That tower does nothing. The goggles, they do nothing.
Dragon in a minute.
And they got Nocturne ult for nothing.
Yep.
They just push this mid wave in, take another reset, set up for Dragon. Wow. Caitlyn
Yeah,
had
when you see a Caitlyn
damage.
headshot that doesn't do any damage,
Yeah,
Volibear
it's not
going
a
in here
good
makes
thing.
no sense.
No,
He's
this
just gonna be
is
charmed
it's just
and
getting
then-
chunked down.
Oh.
No, good Orianna ult, but that's one of those things, like, that should have done a lot more damage.
Yeah. Because when you
Orianna has
think
to
about
go-
it... Or, go ahead.
Orianna having to build Leandri's has to feel bad, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't get the ball in shots
Exactly.
like you would normally there. Like if she has Ludens, then Xayah and Ahri are both like 50% health instead of where they were.
Yep, dragging up. This will be for Soul.
Yeah, but
And
when
this
you
is
see
the-
them commit that hard to a team fight using Volley ult, Orianna ult, Caitlyn getting some headshots off, and the lowest they get one person to is half, and that's the ADC, that's sad.
Yeah,
And
that's-
Xayah didn't even use ult or heal.
Yeah,
And
no,
this is Soul on double tanks. So
yeah, that's a lot of health regen. That's not fun. So let's see, Baron buff is up, still on for how long?
That's about to run out.
It just ran
fall
out.
back. Just
Literally just fell off.
I don't think this game's gonna last long enough for Henderson to get another Baron.
Yeah, I think one really strong
resetting
push,
here.
and it's over.
I think they're gonna reset here, group 5 mid, and then just push it down.
Yep.
Yeah. So if Henderson, like, I don't know, what does Henderson change in Game 3 here? Is there anything in particular? We just keep letting the Nocturne go through? What happens?
I think if you play like this, letting the Nocturne go through is fine.
Yep.
If you plan on doing something different, then that's really unfortunate reset there on the Raptors. If you play like this, it's fine. If you decide that you're going to go a different direction that might not be able to keep the Nocturne out of the game, then you definitely should ban the Nocturne.
Yeah, and I think they don't. They gotta make sure that Montevallo doesn't get the Malphite and Nocturne, because that was one big problem I saw in Game 1, where they didn't really know how to play against the Malphite necessarily. Malphite just kept ulting somebody, Nocturne would follow up, and they'd die. And it really screwed them, because they were really far ahead, but that combo in itself just really cost the game in a lot of areas.
Yeah. And Henderson kind of getting a little bit of slip pushing here, just kind of forcing and taking over their jungle as well. It
looks like they're going to play safe and just wait for Baron.
Seems like it. Does that worry you at all, or do you think it's kind of more just a...
It's the smart thing to do here. They don't need to end it right now. They're not losing anything by waiting for Baron. So look at where Sejuani is. And there's nothing they can do.
Yeah, this is just so hard for them to come back right now.
Yeah. It would have to be... I mean, they have not lost a team fight yet, Henderson, in this game. So
Nobody's died.
no one has died on Henderson's side, so... That,
And even one fight isn't going to turn this game. You have to win like 3 team fights back to back to back.
right,
Yeah.
no towers are down for on Henderson's side as well, so it's like... It's a tall order right now.
Henderson's got to commit to pushing a wave, though, because
Yeah.
they've kind of sat around
Huge
for a while.
damage.
Mid wave's pushed in, top wave's pushing.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Big ult. Oh,
this is bad for Xayah.
This is not good.
She has flash.
Huge.
Good Seraphine ult.
Good Seraphine ult. Good ult there from the
After
bear,
dead.
though.
Volibear can't do anything.
Volibear down.
Volibear goes down.
This is they just end
This
here.
is
That's
the
game,
money.
yep.
This is This is an example of just how much that gold really influences it. Like, if the gold difference had been like even within 7K, that would probably have been a fight Henderson loses. But they're just too beefy, and that
Like,
Dragon Soul.
That was the perfect team fight for Montevallo. They're
Yeah.
lined up. They get the Orianna ult onto the carries. They get the Volibear ult over the top, but then Nocturne ults in, and they still lose the fight handily.
Yep. And look at the region with Ocean Soul. It doesn't even matter that they just had a full team fight. Like, everybody from Montevallo is going to respawn, but they're still full HP, so it doesn't matter.
It's just a reset almost. And they're just going to take these inhibs. So Montevallo is going to have to go back to the drawing board. They were able to pull it out game 1, but game 2, Henderson just did 0-24.
I don't think they needed to reset here. I think they could have.
I think they could have fight it.
Yeah,
They may just be going for Baron to play it safe, which is fine as well.
I think after game 1, they kind of might be a tad skittish. So
They're just Baroning. They're pinging it now, so
They just want to be safe.
they've got a TP on Malphite as well if he wants to reset.
yeah, so no, that makes sense. All considering, and I mean, really great game from Henderson. Like, kudos. Who would you say, like, really, like, I think we can definitely say Wavy was huge here just with his jungling, was able to really shut down Nocturne, steal farm, and just gank everywhere. But anything else that we saw that worked
Look
really
at the
well?
3017 Seraphine.
Yeah, Seraphine.
It's
Like,
insane.
if
Yeah.
I had to give MVP to anybody, it'd be Seraphine. So many good setups for the Xayah, and even if Xayah wasn't there, she was getting good setups for Sejuani and Ahri as well. Like, so many good combos.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
quick blades on Xayah, so she's just gonna be able to throw feathers like once every 2 seconds.
All right. While they're getting together to kind of push in this stuff, well, I think a good thing to talk about here is something that I'm sure Henderson was talking about, or at least we definitely were afterwards, is like when you have a loss like this, in it, particularly, it can be, really difficult. How do you kind of think about, what would you be saying to come back mentally from this type of a game if you were going into game 3 after having this thing happen?
You've got to look at the kind of confidence build up from game 1. If you're Montevallo, like, you had a really good comeback, which it's got to count for something, but if you're Montevallo, you're also kind of skittish because you got to keep in mind that you were very far behind game 1 as well.
Yeah.
So in both games, they've fallen behind quite a lot early. Missed Charm there on Nocturne, which is unfortunate.
Yep.
But in both games, you get really behind early. The first game, they were able to stop the bleeding, but the second game, it's just gone out of control, and you see Caitlyn's not even damaging any of the champions.
Yeah.
So it's just got to be tilting.
I wouldn't be upset to see them draft more early game in game 3 if I'm them, because they've had 2 early games that they've just lost handily.
Mm-hmm.
And they tried to do the same thing this game that they did last game, and they just never got to the point where it mattered. So I think, oh my god,
Wow.
where'd
That's
Nocturne go?
He died. He tried to
He's
attack
been sent
Sejuani,
to the
and
Shadow Realm. Trap card
Yeah.
activated.
The Thorn Mail from Sejuani nearly killed Nocturne, and then he pretty much died to minions after that.
Gosh.
Is Henderson going to end with a perfect game here?
I think they're
Henderson
gonna.
is going to end with a perfect game here, at least kill-wise. And tower.
Zero
Oh,
to
nope, one of the
28.
towers went down. Well, GG there. So, hey, huge win there for Henderson. We go on to a game 3, so exciting time so far. But, wow, that was a very, start there, just kind of continued through the rest of it for Henderson. So, kudos there. It'll be interesting to see what happens in our next one. We're going to be coming back here with that in a second. We're just going to switch a few things around, get into the next game, and we'll be back here at game 3 with everybody. So, stay tuned. Hi everyone, we're back here at Henderson State University versus University of Montevallo. A crazy game two. Henderson winning 28-0. Essentially a perfect game there. I'll let the casters kind of get into it a bit while I'm taking care of a couple things, but have at it, everybody.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest. It looked like they did really well. It just overall shutting down the jungler in that second game, which was a complete difference from the first one. The top laner didn't really have any idea what to do in the 1v1, and Nocturne, when it came to early game gank wise, even when he had 6, the only lane that he could really gank because of Arya Malphite's escape was bot. You saw many times he ulted mid or top, and Malphite ults away, Arya ults away. There's nothing he can do.
Right.
So they've really got to figure out some sort of fix to this comp, or they're going to be in trouble.
There's a Malphite. So picks and bans, looking about the same as normal. See the Seraphine and the red band out. So they're definitely adapting with their bans. I'm interested to see what they pick here. If they decide to go top lane and jungle.
I knew 100% they would ban this Seraphine. They had to. But I really like the first pick of the Malphite though, because like I said, their top laner doesn't have that great of a champion pool. You take the Malphite, he's forced onto Volibear pretty much. He doesn't pick Volibear in the first set. You ban it out, and then what's he left with? Something he's never played, and then we've got a pretty strong Malphite into the late game.
Right.
So they lock Orianna, which is fine, expected, same as last round, so nothing crazy there. Evelyn,
it up a little bit.
Yikes! I don't like that. I think it's okay comboed with Orianna, but I don't think there was much sense in getting rid of the Nocturne pick. Like the Nocturne wasn't the problem.
You can't put the ball on Evelyn because it pulls her out of stealth.
Does it? I thought that it just made the ball disappear.
Even if it just makes the ball disappear, then it kind of gives away that Evelyn's there.
Yeah.
Because you don't see the ball.
But I mean, again, here, look at this. I think Evelyn's not a terrible pick in considering Nocturne really wasn't good in general because, like you said, you got the Malphite, got the Ahri. He's not getting ganks anywhere there, and they left Xayah open. So if they wanted to pick Ivern, okay,
spicy.
Okay, I'm curious now.
Do you know what the matchup is for Evelyn and Ivern? Or vice versa?
I don't know much about Ivern in general when it comes to
I didn't know Wavy played Ivern, honestly.
He is a big Ivern fan. But it's not one of those that I have ever seen him playing competitive, so this will be interesting.
Yeah.
Nautilus.
Okay. Oh, right.
Nautilus is something that they have played a bit.
So they have a Volibear, and then with their top laner playing.
So they just Well, yeah.
I think Henderson bans out ADC here because our ADC again doesn't have that great of a pool either. So Kai'Sa's gone. We ban Caitlyn, and I think he played one more ADC that I can't remember right now. Jhin, that's right. So I mean, they can force the ADC onto something completely uncomfortable, or make him play the Jhin.
All right.
They did play some Jhin Nautilus Montevallo.
Gentlemen, I'll break in here for a second while we get to see the next set of bands here coming up. But for those of you just joining us off Twitter or Facebook, welcome to this Game 3 from this series between Henderson State University and University of Montevallo. It has been oh Lord, have I not had... Wow, that transition was not up that entire time. Sad times. Anyway, but that said, it's been an exciting set of games here. First game with a very death-defying situation of where Henderson seemed to be at the brink of victory and cusp of victory, and then was knocked out of game 1 and game 2, which was almost an entire shutout. So this game 3 is going to be an exciting one. For those of you that were wondering why they couldn't see the draft, I had not hit the right button for the transition, but you did hear all the analysis. You see everything now that's up there, and I'll get back to it. So interesting bands so far. What are the thoughts here? Both the Triss and the Xayah out.
So I think we're going to see another AD carry ban here.
Yeah, this spot lane is going to be interesting.
Grimm's champion was so math, right?
Lucian.
I don't think it'll matter much what he's on.
4 ADCs out of the pool.
I would have liked to see him on Lucian, honestly.
Yeah.
There's the Caitlyn. I think if you know that they're picked Caitlyn, then not being the Lucian's fine. I don't think Lucian has that great of a matchup into Caitlyn.
true. But I'm curious to see what they go bot lane.
Well, it's like
Nautilus.
This is an interesting one. I mean, I guess he doesn't have a. Oh God, what's the ADC with that S that starts? That's
Samira.
Yeah, he doesn't have a pocket Samira, does he? No, he's going Sivir.
I like the Sivir.
Sivir's good. I like Sivir.
Sivir's be able to cancel a lot of the pressure that this Nautilus Caitlyn's gonna have.
And even Orianna late game, you know,
Yeah.
can save himself from some of those ults.
That's. It'll be kind of interesting to see here. Now, we still have the Orianna mid, so it's top lane.
Or Karma.
Morgana.
So this Sivir is gonna be super safe. She has 2 shields on her.
Yeah, I like that.
It's gonna be really hard.
The only thing I'm questioning with this
okay.
comp is the jungle pick. I don't know how the Ivern fits in.
Ivern actually is not that great into Evelyn.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just looking to be. I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see when they get York to stop.
All right, so we have our picks here together. It's going to be an interesting game, no question. As we were talking about that, we have a few different consistencies and some interesting changes in bans that happen. So we're going to have to see: is this going to give the early game potential that it seems University of Montevallo really lacked in these last 2 games here? So, what are your thoughts? Kind of where the draft is like. Is this going to be something where University of Montevallo is going to be able to stay in that early game like it happened and be able to force the late game? Or where is their situation, you think?
I don't think they're about the same as last game.
Yeah, I think the Ornn and the Evelyn, you want them to scale. The Caitlyn wants to scale. The Orianna wants to scale. The only real early game champ you have is Nautilus.
Yeah.
But even then, like, he's not going to do very much on his own.
Yeah. I'm guessing we're going to see an invade here because Henderson has some pretty good skill shots, right?
The way that Ivern's smite works makes it really hard for him to invade early.
Oh, okay.
And he's also not very good level 1, only has the root. But we could see an invade with, like, Ahri taking charm, Morg hitting a Q into Ahri charm is probably just somebody dead, unless they flash.
That makes sense. And
I don't think it's likely, though.
Sure.
That invade happens.
Like I said, with the jungle difference.
No, very true, very true. So it'll be interesting to see kind of where things kind of go from there. Let's see, we have Henderson on the blue side this time, so I'm gonna, while we're chatting. So what are the big keys at Henderson? What lane is it that they really need to have win here for things to kind of change?
Bot. 100% bot lane. The Ahri and Orianna matchup, they both went fairly even last game, and Ahri still ended up having the greater impact. Jungle-wise, I don't see, Ivern getting out-ganked by the Evelyn for a while, at least until 6, and with the amount of disengage that Malphite and Ahri have, as well as Sivir and Morgana, and the chance of, like, dodging charms, I don't see any real threat from Evelyn, and Ornn's just not going to win that matchup early. So, if Sivir can get ahead in this bot lane, versus Caitlyn, Henderson's going to look really, really nice.
Sivir is one of those champions that can just hyper carry off the back of her kit. Because even if she's behind, she can just clear waves until she's relevant.
And what about, well, let's talk to the University of Montevallo. What is it they need to do here? We talked about they have a lot of scaling, and that's been kind of an issue or a problem they had these last 2 games. And where game 1, they were able to hold on long enough for the scaling to come into effect. Game 2, it never came into effect. Where is it they can force to really see anything happen? Like, if you're playing them, okay, where is the chances of this game really lie? Is it the Evelyn jungler? Is it the Orianna?
I think it's through bot lane again.
Okay.
Like, if Evelyn gets one good gank bot lane and gets a kill, then Caitlyn is probably just going to bully the laning phase.
Makes sense. Well, we're going into here. We still have a bit more time because we're getting the delay and everything else. Have you two looked over the patch notes for 11.5? Any exciting changes you see there that might shake up the meta a little bit?
I actually haven't. I have not been keeping up on my patch notes at all.
I will look at them right now because I didn't know it came out.
Yeah, no, some of the initial ideas and such. I know Caitlyn's getting another buff. I know there's a nerf that's coming towards some champions that I can't remember the name of. a couple item changes and the like. You know, it's always nice. One of the things Riot's gotten a lot better at over the years is at least, you know, attempting to patch things. Whether or not they're successful, debatable, but they at least try compared to some other situations.
So there's some good Sejuani and Seraphine buffs. Or not Sejuani and Seraphine, Sejuani and Samira buffs coming to the next patch, which could be pretty interesting. So Sejuani's W does 6% max health in the next patch.
Oh, that's
which
huge.
Is 0.75%, which is pretty massive.
That is for sure.
They're finally reworking Seraphine passive, which is also good.
That's good. All right, so we have Henderson State University in blue here on the left side of the map. And on the top side, on the right side, we have in red University of Montevallo. I am probably someone's going to send
Montevallo?
I added an R there for no reason. They are
going for an invade.
Okay, they are doing that invade. Orani has the ball there to, I guess, see this out. Well, it does not just offer first blood for free this time. So, decided against that this game. If you're wondering what we're talking about last game, yeah, got a free one. Oh, got a root, but it's not going to do anything. Ooh, that is a cool Nautilus skin.
Yeah. Also, it was brought to my attention that you made a pun with your name in the last game.
Did I?
Yeah. And it was kind of disappointing. So if you don't know, Dr. Price here goes by the name JP Money, and he made a "There's the money" joke in the team fight. And after I didn't hear it when it happened, but if I had, I would have.
Look at the counter
pointed it out.
Oh, counter invade. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, wow, that's a cool orange skin.
I'm sure that Ivern will notice here because he's got their blue warded, and he'll see orange.
When Orin walks back. When Orin walks back, he'll definitely know.
Yep.
They know. You see the ping coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone does have to smite that first camp, though.
And now you see Wavy doing typical Ivern things. He's going to level 2 invade her bot side, and then now he just gets all of his bot side.
Yep.
Yeah, I have not watched much Ivern ever. I know for a long time he was a very rarely played champion just because of how strange he was. And in the last, pretty much this season, it's one of the first ones where he's really becomes rather popular and powerful. So it's great to see that they're going back and fixing some of the champions in the past.
That's not even really this season. It was like 2 or 3 seasons ago. He was one of the best junglers in Pro League.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
he was... Like, having a support in the jungle is absurdly powerful at high ends of play. Because he can always be there when you need, like, a shield or a root, and then...
fight going out bot.
Good damage there.
Shield.
Yeah, this time around, I mean, there definitely is some poke potential from Henderson, but it's not as much as I think in at least the other 2 games.
Yeah, there's... Miss Cannon top lane. Make fun of him, please.
No, making fun of people, that's not a nice thing to do.
Well, that's the point. It's fun because it's not nice.
Dr. Price needs to play more games with Subway.
We played some games like we won, but we got to remember it's one of those things. We want to have fun sportsman-like times. You know, it's definitely we want to do. You know, it's always encouraging. Hey, you got to work on your last hitting and such. It's important, but you know, end of the game. This is about learning, having fun,
and making fun
competitive.
Of
you are making this hard for me, Subway. I get it's intentional. It's mostly trolling me, but fair enough. Anyway, but so far, you know, it's one of these things, and nothing super interesting happening yet. CS score is pretty normal overall. I'm honestly excited to see what happens in this jungle match. I've not seen Ivern enough jungling to really understand how he works, let alone the like. We have Dragon coming up. How does Ivern do Dragon? These are things that boggles my mind.
He does Dragon at the same as everybody else.
Because Dragon's a neutral camp. It's the actual like jungle camps that are different for him.
I see. Okay, that makes more sense.
Also, he's gonna double crab this Evelyn.
That is not good for that Evelyn.
Well, Evelyn's actually still doing okay farm-wise. especially after having to smite that blue right off the bat. So she's not doing bad, that's for sure. But
He's gonna set up these Krugs and try to come back to them, but oh, maybe not. Okay, he's just gonna go to the crab.
Yeah, I'm sure he assumed that crab was gone after knowing Evelyn started his top side, but that's gonna be a nice surprise to see it's actually there.
Yeah. Maybe a gank top? Maybe.
You could look.
Could be, but Evelyn is there.
Evelyn's
They're
not gonna have
going
the
for it.
same presence as this Ivern.
Yeah,
That's his
this is a-
unstoppable out.
Yeah, that's oh, and that's a flash, but okay,
That's
still
worth
worth it though. Still worth, that's for sure. So this is
And
definitely
the
not
wave
as
is terrible for Ornn.
yeah.
Like this is just gonna push into Malphite, and there's nothing he can do about it.
Yeah. So a lot slower game, so to speak, kill wise, which nothing wrong with that. But let's see, CS not really a big difference. 400 gold, not much else here. Dragon is up. Oh, look at here.
Does Evelyn die here?
Yeah, Evelyn might be.
That's a lot of damage.
She had to smite there just to survive, but now it gets away. But that's a good use of smite. Oh, are they really gonna try this?
He can just take the camp and walk away.
Wow, that's kind of just funny. Okay, Ivern, strange champion. News at 11.
And like that's something that that any other champion there wouldn't be able to do.
Right.
Because Ivern can just set up the camp, but then insta take it with his smite.
The Sivert definitely wants to look for a back soon. Out of mana, the clear is not going to be great. She knows there could be a potential dragon fight coming up soon. Evelyn's standing next to it.
Yeah,
Sivert definitely wants to back.
She can use her E for mana.
Is Evelyn doing dragon?
Yeah, Evelyn
Why?
is doing.
Why
I
is
don't
she?
think Evelyn can do
That's-
dragon.
no, she
I think
can't at
Evelyn
all.
dies.
Ivern didn't see her though.
Nope. Well, they had a control ward down, so you couldn't even go into it. Root. This maybe no, not a dead.
Nope, that's another flash.
That's another flash down.
Lots
But
of.
Evelyn does walk off a dragon as well. So
They're not going to be able to get this dragon. I think Ivern, Sivir are going to reset and then just head there.
yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, that gank actually does work out because, like I said, Sivir wanted to back. That gives Sivir the opportunity.
Yep.
Right.
Sever's just gonna finish this wave and back.
Yeah,
And
this wave is going to
it'll be
push in
fine.
easily. So.
Now we're getting pings out for dragon. Oh, that almost got that
Ooh,
hook.
nice dodge.
Good dodge.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
this
Evelyn
is-
and Oriana do sneak the dragon here, unfortunately. But
They have a
that's
pink on it,
fine.
so there's no way Wavy knows.
Well,
Actually, they're going to check it.
They've got an idea.
I don't.
Do they get the blind steal?
Sivir can steal over the wall, right? Yeah.
Yep, tries, but doesn't get it. Oh.
Not that far off.
Oh,
but
okay, close. I thought
That was
maybe
really
go
close.
down, but
I don't think Henderson cares too much about that, to be honest. Could be another Ocean Soul this game, though.
actually, that's a question I don't know an answer to. So how is it decided which soul is going to do it? How do you know when what likely souls are going to be in? So the first one always means you're not going to get that, right?
And the second one also means you're not going to get that as well.
Okay.
So the first two mean you can't get it, so there's a chance of Mountain or Ocean Soul in this game, because first strike was Infernal, second's Cloud.
Gotcha.
Good trades top as well again.
If I'm in the game, I want Ocean Soul because it's so like the power level of Ocean Soul is so much more than Mountain Soul, so it makes this soul an actual win condition.
There's going to be a dive top here.
Yep.
Ivern's coming around. Malphite can ult in and tank the tower.
I think
They're
he's
gonna
going to
wait
clear the wave. They're going to play it safe.
But like they
You
don't
can see
have
him
to.
rushing it down. Orange should know something's up here because he hasn't been using this much mana on the wave the entire time, but I don't think there's anything he can do about it. He hasn't called anything. Here we go.
Yep.
There's Daisy.
Daisy doing things.
Nice.
First blood,
What's
8 minutes
Ivern?
in. It goes to Ivern. Wow.
Daisy grabbing first blood.
That is funny.
I completely forgot about Daisy. Watch
Oh,
Evelyn
hey,
come to the top
Evelyn?
though. She's not too healthy.
Is
Is
this?
she gonna? Does
I
she
don't-
just end here?
She's in
This,
with.
this is. Oh.
No,
okay.
she's not now.
spotted. What?
Wait,
What? I'm.
What?
She's trolling. Now she has to use her ult.
wait. Ivern might be able to
Ivern
catch.
could just run her down lane. Okay. He has to go now. Though.
Okay, Tel's
Evelyn
coming
just
out. Yeah.
Flashed for no reason though.
And her ult is down now, so she has no kill potential in any lane.
Okay, bot lane. We got a little bit of poke. Oh, got immune. So never mind. Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
That
Double
was
spell
very
shield
good.
there, by the way.
Oh right, they both have spell. Oh my god, that's not fun.
This is probably one of the worst matchups for Nautilus, I think, would be into a Morgana.
Yeah, all that spell shield, just making those hooks not matter at all. So, I mean, this game is going a lot slower. Not a bad thing, but it's definitely kind of showcasing some of where we might be in the next few minutes here. Well, Evelyn is still actually ahead in CS.
That's normal against an Ivern because
Gotcha.
of the way Ivern's clear works. Actually, I started thinking about it. Sivir is actually really good into Caitlyn because if you're just in the lane and you ever need mana, you can spell shield onto a trap and get mana.
Yeah, true. Understandable.
The real problem here for Montevallo is their comp, in my opinion, is one of those that they need more kills right now. They have none. Like, I don't see where their late game strength lies. Yeah, Evelyn needs to be snowballing. She's not amazing late.
How did that not hit? I'm very confused how. Oh no.
That was well played by Ori, yeah.
Well, the charm just didn't seem to like walk right past it somehow. Okay, top lane.
I thought might actually be able to kill Ornn.
Is his ult up? His ult is up if he really wanted to.
Ornn has ult as well, though, so he's probably just gonna poke him.
Yeah, just poking it down. Oh, Evelyn, Wavy. Uh-oh, Wavy's in trouble.
He is in trouble here.
Oh, he gets away his flash because, yeah, Lunar cannot catch up, and Wavy gets to walk away there.
Here comes the...
Uh-oh, but yeah, tweet. He really wants that kill.
That's an ult for a flash and an ult. But Evelyn's here.
Evelyn is
That's the problem, so...
I think he lives. He's too tanky.
He's too tanky.
He is too tanky.
He's actually
and he's 3 levels up. Screw this.
Oh,
yeah, go in.
coming back in?
Ivern's back in. Maybe gets away. Daisy.
Daisy get another hit?
No.
Oh, no.
No, they're just going to take this tower down at least. But hey, that works.
They might not, actually. Because
bottom lane, more action here. All coming up Morgana. Huge. Oh, gets stunned up,
I don't
though.
like this for Henderson. This is not great.
Oh.
He's in a great fight.
Gets one.
Okay.
And he gets the...
That's worth for Henderson.
Yes, it is.
Supports trade and then
they know Evelyn's in there.
Oh, Evelyn. Oof.
Oh, no. They knew she was in there. They were just trying to hunt her down.
Well, this is definitely... Okay, so we're getting some more excitement here. Some good trades for Henderson. Definitely, I think Henderson's happy with these situations. That's for sure.
I really don't, actually. Because, I mean, the gank in mid that went bad, that really should have been a kill on Orianna. So that kind of sets Ahri behind a little bit. But the fight that happened bot lane, I don't know. Like, it seemed a bit tilt-based for Henderson's bot lane, to be honest. And not tilt as in, like, they're mad or anything. It seemed like they were bored, almost. Like, it was too slow of a lane for them, because that fight in general, I don't think should have happened. It ended up okay, but both of the Henderson health bars were down too low to begin with. Because of that fight, Sivir gets a late back. Now they get Dragon here because Sivir's not there. And then all the fights that happen topside, they get Rift, but they've given away a second Dragon. And
and it's now going to be Ocean Soul, isn't it?
Ahri needs to back off right
It's Ocean Soul, too.
She needs to go. I think she did, actually. She probably could have just used her ult, but she would have needed to use it earlier.
She could have waited on her flash, definitely.
Yeah, she could have used ult first and then flashed later, for sure.
So
Ivern's already got the Moonstone.
What is the Moonstone? What is that?
It's the healer item.
Oh, good trade bot with Sivir. Taking advantage of Nautilus clearing the wards and Caitlyn being pushed up a bit too far.
So gold is a little over to Henderson's favor. That's not super important. Dragons, though, 2 Dragon ults, and now Ocean Soul in play.
Well, you also have to consider the possibility that if Henderson keeps going the way they are... Oh, watch Ivern
lane is...
that
charm was huge.
The max range route.
Yep. This is massive. So Henderson's going to get this pretty good lead here. But if the game keeps going like it is, Henderson's going to end up in a situation where they can get up to 4 Ocean.
Unfortunate. Yeah, Grim gets taken out there.
I don't think he realized how much damage Evelyn does.
I don't think he even realized Evelyn was there, which that's one of the strengths of the champion. But I don't think it's that big of a deal because either way it's positive. They get a kill. Now, the bad thing is that Orianna kill that happened earlier, she ends up solo killing Ahri while all that's going on.
Yeah, that's not good. So
Oriana is online.
It's definitely a different game from last one, that's for sure. So a much more passive bot lane that's kind of resulted in a couple of not bad plays, but definitely not necessarily the best situation. Lack of objective control bottom here, and this is giving Montevallo the time they need also to start having some stuff come online. So, concerning.
Also, you got to keep in mind that one of the things we mentioned was Oriana and Evelyn are a problem if they come online, but so is Sivir. Sivir's got 2 kills as well. So, and in my opinion, Sivir's the bigger problem. Because, like I said, when it comes to a team fight, Malphite and Ahri aren't really going to be affected by Oriana ult. We've got Morgana spell shield and Sivir spell shield. So Oriana ult's not going to do that much. If Sivir's just shredding everybody in a fight with, it
and we
works
already
out a
see
lot
the
better.
Kraken Slayer, so she's going to get a lot of true damage off onto these tanks.
Yeah,
exactly.
Top lane still going well for Henderson, but it's one of those things. In the scheme of things, how important is that?
Also, you see Ivern giving off his buffs here.
Oh wow, I didn't know he could do it like that. That's
one of the bigger strengths of Ivern is he can take the golden XP for a camp and still give off the buff.
This is a mistake from Evelyn. I think she's looking for a gank on Malphite, but it's a mistake. She doesn't kill him. Possible fight bot. They get out.
They get out.
So
They
she
commit the
kills the
Sivir
Warden.
ult, but it's not that big of a deal. Sivir ult's not very valuable at this point in the game anyway.
Look at this, Evelyn wasting time going for an invade, doesn't realize that the entire blue side's already been cleared. This Malphite, Malphite wanted that fight.
He did.
He has the ult before Ornn dashes out.
Yeah, I think it was smart of him not to take it though, because it would have been close. Whereas he can just keep poking with that Q and then cause him to lose farm, because he's getting slight farm leads every time this wave gets pushed under tower.
Right.
So he's playing the top.
He missed one. Missed 2.
Oh no, make more fun of him.
I'm in here? Are you doing something?
Sorry. I didn't know that turned those off.
It's okay. Yeah, it's all connected on one circuit. You're fine.
Can I turn? Is it cool?
Yeah, if you need to. Sorry, it's all right. I didn't know if y'all were shutting the light down.
Malphite
mid lane?
takes one more trade here.
You're fine. Sorry, we're doing some recording in the lab today, so apologies.
Big Oriana ult
They
there.
get out.
They get out.
Watch Evelyn, she has ult. Oh, that was good. They need to back here though. I think they're waiting because Morgana's trying to show. No, okay, they're fine. That was too close, but they survived both ults.
And they get the RTP top lane.
True.
Overall, we got Dragon coming in 40, so Henderson doesn't have any. Well, has a little bit of vision. Looks like they're starting to work on that, but Ivern's half health. They're gonna have to.
Ivern knows he wants to get this dragon.
I mean, I think Henderson has to. Otherwise, it's a potential ocean soul for the next one, right? And that is not a good situation.
Well, they just don't want to be forced to go to every single dragon
From now on.
They're not strong enough yet. Like Sivir doesn't have that many items. She's not strong enough to win a fight. And Ahri's down 20-something farm, nearly 30, and 2 kills. So she's really far behind. So damage-wise, the only real benefit Henderson's got in the fight is the lead that Malphite's got.
Yep.
But
It's Malphite.
yeah, it's not going to outdamage an Evelyn and an Oriana in a fight, really.
Right.
There is a TP difference top good.
That jungler again having some issues. No, that was Oriana actually. So it looks like we got a little
that
bit.
was the jungler. The DC
That was
there.
Evelyn
She's
again.
back. Blame Montevallo.
Yeah. So IT is a hard thing to do.
Oh wait, there was a disconnect on both teams.
Oh. Uh-oh.
That's ironic.
Unfortunate. So hopefully internet will. Well, we have some time to think here. Teams are really even right now. Two dragon buffs though on the side of Montevallo. We were what's Henderson needing to do right now to really start kind of going forward?
They have to get this dragon first of all.
I think they need to get the dragon, and I think while they get it, Malphite needs to take this top tower. Top tower's pretty low. He's doing really well at bleeding it out slowly, but we need to get first tower gold for Henderson. And the only tower that's really even close to low is that top tower.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see kind of where things go here in the dragon. It's up. We don't. Ivern's now heading bottom. Here, okay, here we go. I have the unpause. I don't think we're going to get a kill top right now, but definitely going to have some damage coming out.
I think Evelyn wants to trade this dragon for Rift because her back is super late here, so there's no way that she ever makes it to dragon in time.
That makes sense. All right, well, Henderson's in position. We're not really... Yeah, I think they're giving this away. Well, no, the Evelyn is heading straight to Dragon.
Keep in mind, Malphite has TP and Ornn doesn't. That's
Exactly.
one big advantage Henderson has here.
And Malphite has really good wards here. Look at the one really deep in Montevallo's
TP
jump.
coming out.
That's teleport.
Here it comes.
They want it.
Yeah, once they see the TP come in, they have to give, right?
No.
They have to. But it looks like they're...
It looks like they decided to give, but they might look for a pickoff. Oh, wait. Okay. Yep, there's the... Yeah, they're doing something.
There we go. That's a dead Evelyn.
That's a dead Evelyn.
And
They get
Nautilus
is this a dead
Silver has
Nautilus
ult.
now?
Malphite.
Good flash.
Maybe. No, huge
stun.
root. Yeah, they're just able to tank it, so they're just gonna... No, they're really going
Oh,
at
we
the...
need to
They're
get out
going
now.
too wavy.
Ooh.
Oh,
my
no.
God, it's gonna go down.
No, well, yeah, that was unfortunate.
They get the heal out of Caitlyn, which she didn't need to heal at all.
Oh, wow.
Now she's
Now
dead.
this
Oh, this
might
is
be a
going?
dead... no, alt down.
No,
Yeah,
they
alt
need
is
to
down.
stop.
Uh-oh.
They need to stop. Oh, wait. Never mind.
She's just trolling.
Just
Oh,
hit
no.
her? Oh my gosh, what is this?
She has a potion ticking.
Oh, okay. So that was weird.
What is going on? Simmer gets first turret gold. Simmer got a lot of kills there.
Yeah, so good. I think overall good for Henderson. I think that's true. It was just strange and some choices were made that might not have been.
That potion ticking is
Just
insane.
funny. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the only thing that really went bad there, if you think about it, was Morgana tanking the tower because Malphite left a little bit early, but I mean, that's the only thing that went bad there. They
Yep.
get Dragon, they get 3 kills?
3
Right?
kills, Dragon, tower gone bottom, though Henderson lost their tower top. Overall, a good situation. Rift is about to spawn, and Henderson's in position to at least somewhat contest, or at least pick up this blue. So, yeah, not a bad fight at all. But it's one of those things of where it's definitely a very different game from last one, and as we talked about before, Montevallo has a lot more chances now to really come online with some of those champions that we were talking about before. So it's one of those things. It's either team's a game here still.
Yep. And another thing I wanted to point out, I don't know if you guys realize this, but the Rift that Henderson fought over and took never got summoned.
Uh-oh. It just
So
despawned? That is unfortunate.
Yeah, they just weren't able to use it. So
I
bit
thought
of
it
a wasted
automatically
opportunity
dropped
there.
if it was the timer ran out. I didn't realize it just goes away.
No. Just goes away,
Okay.
which is unfortunate, but I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. They chose to go for Rift instead of Dragon and couldn't find an opportunity to use it. It's a risk you sometimes have to take, but
Malphite's gonna get this top tower soon.
he will soon.
Yep. Uh-oh, Grim's gonna run into this Evelyn.
He has to flash out.
But he's at least gonna be able to heal up here pretty quick.
He's got the honey fruit.
Oh,
Maybe he
huge.
missed-
This might be at least a kill. Should be. Yep.
Yep,
Maybe-
Nautilus.
Nautilus is
watch
probably
Orianna.
dead. Oh, the Orianna ult. Huge damage. This is dangerous. Oh no, the Ahri charm missed, but the Ahri still manages to take it down with just her ult alone. Nice job there. Good double kill. This might be a triple.
Oh!
Yep, that's a triple.
Never
Well
is
done
on
there.
flash. That's honestly fine that she goes down. She is
Huge.
dead.
They trade shutdowns there.
Yep, trading shutdowns, but that's huge for Henderson. Gets this mid tower, top tower is still
Watch
up.
Evelyn.
Oh, Evelyn. Ooh, that's got to be careful.
They know she's there.
They actually see her scanner there.
I
they
didn't
have
know
a
the
ward.
scanner could give it away.
Yeah. Well,
they have
doesn't the
wards.
scanner cut off vision in wards?
Yeah.
In normal wards? So yeah, when she scanned and saw the ward, it cut off the vision in the ward. There's nothing else that would have cut off that vision besides an Evelyn with the
There you
scanner.
go. So here's a great question. Who is Ornn going to be using his ult on for item-wise? Is it going to be going to the ADC?
See-
So right now, when he eventually is able to upgrade an item, I think he's going to get this Ludens upgraded for Orianna because she's the most far ahead.
100%.
And then after that, I think we'll see it on the Evelyn and then probably Caitlyn.
That makes sense here. So, okay, Baron's up. Did anyone get the... Oh,
Nobody got second rift.
No one got
because
second rift.
They went for the dragon instead.
No. All right, Dragon's up in a minute, so we got a big fight there. That'll be coming up pretty soon here. I imagine
Also-
Henderson's going to be going for it.
For Ocean Dragon, Ocean Soul is kind of nuts on Malphite.
Yeah, that's a lot of tanky tank.
because you get all of the health regen from the ocean dragons plus the ocean soul on top of it. So you're getting 10% missing health every 5 seconds plus the ocean soul regen.
Yeah, we have to keep in mind that now we're in kind of the opposite scenario where Malphite doesn't quite have TP yet, but Ornn does.
Huge. Oh, great
that was
root
a
there.
match, son.
So much damage just kicking off that Evelynn.
Obviously, Evelynn has to sit outside the fight.
Yeah, Evelynn does not want to do anything here. This is one of the things that happens if you're running a champion that's, like, especially a jungler that's got a little bit light on health. If you get any kind of poke on you, and this Orianna takes a ton.
They have to give. They don't have vision in here.
They don't have vision at all. There's no way. Yep.
And see, they're just wasting their time because when they get poked down like that, they need to go to lanes and catch minions because they're not going to be able to contest. But they just sat there. Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
TP's
and Malphite now has TP advantage again.
There you go. I mean, we have a lot of things going well for Henderson right now.
He's using his brushes really well to cut off vision where they need to. He's hitting all of his skill shots. Daisy's coming in clutch in these fights.
Coming in clutch, just tanking towers.
This is keeping in mind that Daisy has one of the worst minion AIs in the game.
I'd heard that. Yeah, it's not as bad as Dota, I'm sure.
I'm not sure. I don't play much Dota because it's like.
Look at Evelynn here.
Evelynn, that's huge.
She should go down here. She just completely.
A great root there! Wow, and
God.
maybe Evelynn, maybe the Orianna.
So if you notice what happened there.
Oh no! What is this?
This is good. This is good for Henderson.
Almost had that one too. Lots of damage coming out here.
Ult too, and the Ornn ult.
Ornn ult coming out.
Look at Ari though.
Gets a stun off, but there goes that. And here's the Malphite. This is huge for Henderson.
They get so many kills there. Sivir got what, 3 kills?
Yeah.
She only got 1 kill there.
One kill.
Technically, yeah, 1.
They can go Baron.
Yep. I think that they're pinging it out. They're gonna ward it up.
But what I was saying is, think about the small mistake that caused that. So Evelynn went to the dragon pit, right, and started clearing wards. Why? The dragon was gone. They're wasted control wards, but she went to clear it. Henderson reacted, kills her, and then wins the fight after because they have man advantage. And now there's Caitlyn and Ornn down with no ults on anybody besides for Orianna. And this Baron, the only way that Henderson loses this Baron is from a Evelynn flash steal, which she will go for.
Oh my gosh, and she gets it. Hey, that's what they. Oh my gosh, that Orianna. Wow. Well, you did say something about a ball delivery system. That was a ball delivery system there.
And that went about as fast as it could go for Henderson.
That was worst case scenario for Henderson.
Yeah, that unfortunate there. Gold lead, what was given there from the other one, gone now, and Baron now. We talked about earlier, Henderson's lost game 1 was literally was essentially just a couple team fights. This is definitely a situation of where. Unfortunate.
Was that just a miss smite by Wavy?
He didn't smite at all. Because I saw him pinging that his smite was ready after it.
That's a rough
that
one.
Actually, until Baron's gone, Montevallo's ahead now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just from that play, which is crazy.
So that's going to put them on soul point most definitely here.
Yeah. The real lucky part for Montevallo there was that was actually a blind flash from Evelynn.
Oh yeah, I know it was. Well, they had a control word in the back that hadn't been taken out. I was surprised.
It did get taken out
in
the beginning of the Baron take because it's not there now, and they didn't kill it after the fight. They ran. So
also, they're gonna get 2 towers off of this Baron.
I don't think they'll stop there.
I think they have
to. Or they will. Well, let's look at items for a second here. So Henderson has 3 items right now on Sivir. That's getting very dangerous. We're about. It looks like right now, Caitlyn only has 2 still. Doesn't have enough. This Orianna though, obviously, just having a very good game here.
Right.
Yeah, Henderson might want to build a little bit of MR, not too much.
Yeah.
Ari's still sitting on 1 item.
Yeah.
And she's going for the Zanyas, which isn't going to help her against Evelyn and Oriana besides the stasis effect.
Yep. But
Yeah.
the thing I do want to point out is even though that went very poorly for Henderson, you've got to think about how one-sided every fight up to this
Has
point has been.
Yeah.
Henderson's been
Dragon.
stopping them, and while yes, they get the Baron and a really good play that got them multiple shutdowns, I don't think that changes much because the kills went on to Evelyn mostly.
Yeah.
Oriana got one kill there.
Well, one problem.
Evelyn's ult was what killed them all.
Yeah, no, that's true. Well, we're getting here into Dragon. Dragon's about to be up. Vision control, though, is very comfortably right now in Montevallo's place.
We're also getting these Ornn upgrades in.
Yeah, a lot of Ornn upgrades. This is going to be... Henderson needs a good pick, a skill shot, something out of this, right?
We got Daisy.
Yeah, they have Daisy and Sivir. I mean, Sivir can do a ton of group damage.
They'll be fighting here against a Baron buff, though.
Oh, Malphite ult
Decent
onto
ult,
the
decent
Caitlyn.
ult.
Oh,
Morgana goes
no.
down.
Support player down for Henderson, and the Evelyn's in the back line.
Sivir's not
Morgana
able to auto.
Huge. Oh, no, this is not good for Henderson State University right now. Lots of damage coming out. Yeah, Henderson just needs to get out. This is a Dragon, unfortunately, too far.
Sivir got stun locked there and just wasn't able to do anything.
2 spell shields not enough, unfortunately. So huge. This Dragon going over is not good for Henderson. We talked about how one team fight can change a game. Well,
Also, their gold lead is gone.
yeah, the gold lead is gone.
I don't think Henderson needed to contest there because look, they fought with Baron. Baron's gone now.
Right.
It was just a couple seconds off.
So
Just
she's
hit
hitting
out
charms
grenade.
now. Oh no!
Oh, that was so dangerous. Oh, that Ari's down. Yep, very dangerous situation here. Henderson needs to calm down. They need to just play safe because yeah, the last 2 fights there have been very unfortunate.
Their team fight's definitely better, but they need to keep this Oriana under control. Like she's level 17.
Oh my gosh! Wow,
In 30
that's
minutes.
ridiculous. Yep.
And Evelyn's to the point where she's online. Like before that play in the Baron, she really didn't have much going for her, but she ends up getting a Lich Bane off of that. So she completely one-shot Morgana in that fight.
Oh,
Oh my
Lord,
God.
that's very bad. Wavy. Oh, just dead.
Oh no, Morgana flashed as well to try to block the ult, but missed it.
Oh, that's
Wavy's
bad.
flash went a little too far for Morg to be able to flash. He needs an hourglass, like right now.
Yep. So
At this point, I think Ivern's advantage and
Is gone.
benefit as a champion is gone in general, and then with mid being behind, the only real damage is Sivir. And while she's strong, you saw in the last fight she got CC locked, and there was nothing that could happen.
Right.
yeah, we're seeing that carry potential we talked about that could happen, but we hadn't seen yet, really, besides that game 1 happening again now here in game 3. Henderson's not out of this, but it's definitely not looking good right now. Baron's up in 40. Henderson is now fully up now. But I think a question they're probably thinking, like, okay, what do we do? Montevallo has good ward vision, at least of the objectives that are coming up, but
They actually don't have a ward on this Baron, but they're gonna clear out this control ward and fix that. But they do have really good vision of
Henderson needs a good pick here somehow.
Uh-oh.
Wavy.
Isn't the way.
Dodges, but or at least just get missed.
He saw her on the pink ward that he dropped. So
Malphite
that
needs
is
to-
right there.
Malphite needs to get an ult on Oriana.
Yeah.
In this next
The
fight.
Oriana needs to be
Go her
deleted off the field for Henderson to. Yeah.
They might.
Are they gonna try sneaking this?
Evelyn
I don't
back.
think they sneak it.
I don't.
They definitely don't sneak it.
Yeah, no, they're definitely not sneaky.
Also,
Dragon's up in
Ivan's
2.
might is worse now.
Yep. All right, so Henderson really just needs a pick off or 2 here. Like they need a Morgana. Ari might be at a dangerous spot here. Has to flash.
He doesn't have to flash. She has ult.
She had ult in.
Oh,
that
almost. That could have done it. Grim is in trouble. Grim
Oh,
almost
he's
gets completely deleted.
Barely lived. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you
this
see
is the
strength of late-game
problem
Evelyn.
they're starting to run into. Wavy in a dangerous
Wavy's caught
spot.
up.
I think he's dead. He is dead. That could, yeah. This is really looking not great for Henderson right now.
Yep, and Caitlyn's online now as well.
Gale Force does a lot of damage.
Gale Force does do a lot of damage. This is a very different game from game 2. This is a very different game from even most of game 1. Inhib down. This is probably just a Baron.
They walk to Baron for free here. They don't even need Evelyn here.
Nope.
Evelyn just gets to clear out the jungle.
So if you were in the Henderson and able to talk to them, pause the game, talk for 5 minutes, what are you saying to the Henderson team right now?
Stop tilting.
Yeah.
Because that's what a lot of these fights are.
I mean, they're playing completely differently from how they were previously. They're not really going for those picks that were working so
got a
well.
root. I don't know if that's something they want to go in on. Or an ult that's just not doing anything.
They could. Orange
So
got
that's
no
good.
ult now. They could look to turn this back around and re-engage.
Huge
the
damage
Ivan.
just coming off there. So, but Dragon's up in 30. So I think that's they're just saying, okay, we can't get Baron right now. Let's go to Dragon. Three of them backing, 2 of them backing. Henderson needs to see that there's backing happening and get over to Dragon right now. 20 seconds.
The problem is they have supers pushing in mid lane. They need to clear this wave.
Yep.
And now they can rotate. Because they can't give Soul now.
No, they
With
cannot.
Like,
They have
Ocean's
to.
Horn is basically game. And the Nautilus.
Henderson's a little split up here. Very
Yeah,
split up. Grim is just alone. If he gets caught out here, he's dead. Oh, this Evelyn's probably seeing him. Yeah. Oh,
Sivir's in trouble here.
yeah, Sivir needs to rotate around. Sivir's not in a good position here.
He is now.
Okay, so...
Wyvern needs to be careful.
Oh, Wavy just gets destroyed.
Oh no, and Malphite ulted on him.
No, the huge damage here, but not on the right champions, it looks like.
This is just Soul. I think this is game.
This is just Soul, probably. Caitlyn goes down, but not much else happening.
Ornn
misses his ult.
Ornn misses his ult. Trying to get away. No, not enough. This is...
Wow.
Oh no, Sivir, why did you walk here?
No, Sivir. Dangerous.
This is definitely game now.
This is not looking good. Yeah, they're just going to try to end it.
They don't even need Soul.
No, this is... Henderson's at a really bad position right now. They're just going to hold on by the skin of their teeth if they get through this, but there's a good chance they don't.
No, Sivir's just going to get
Oh,
here.
that charm, unfortunately, did not go where it needed to.
Wow.
Did anyone else's game just freeze?
Yep.
Yeah, mine did too. I think it ended.
I think it ended, but...
Yes, it did.
All right. Well, on a unfortunate end there for Henderson State University, we're going to go ahead and just leave there, and I'll transition back over. Henderson State, like, first 2 games, exciting games. Like, there's no question there. The series was very exciting overall and such. Unfortunate for our Henderson State University fans. Congratulations to University of Montevallo. That was a great series overall, though. If you want something fun to watch, it was definitely had ups and downs for both teams there transitioning over and such. So, final thoughts kind of leaving the game here.
I think that they took really bad fights around mid lane. Like I like their idea for Baron. I don't think Baron was a bad call there, but it was just really unlucky. Evelyn coming in, getting the steal and getting 3 kills there. Yeah,
this was definitely one of those. This series, the thing that really was team fights gone awry for sure, and something that I'm sure both teams are going to take from, because it's definitely something both teams. There are lots to learn from these games. So. Exciting for sure. Unfortunate for our Ready fans out there. But we'll be back next week with more League of Legends. Same time, same place. And if you're interested in Overwatch, we'll have Overwatch on Monday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So definitely consider stopping by for that. But with that said, thank you, Subway. Thank you, Reno, so much. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day.
Yep, you too.